All right. Hope you're ready, man. Ben's going to take us into the clubs. We're going to meet some even gayer friends tonight. We're going into Discord with the Thorps. Ben is lonely. He wants to make new friends. He wants to make more gay friends. Grace is going to ease him in. Grace is going to direct his dick like a good daughter should. That's Grace's philosophy. That's daddy peel right there, okay? I don't condone that. I'm just saying what's happening here, okay? Grace is going to drive the wheel, lead the way through these gay discords. We'll see what we get. I'm sure we're going to get some capitalism debates, gay talk, lots of gay talk. All right. High energy here today. The caffeine's working. No shots on the weekdays. No shots during the weekday streams. Okay. And, we might do bumps of a white trash booger sugar, which is pretty much just booger sugar. I mean, that's all. Maybe with some Mountain Dew in it. Yeah. Okay. That didn't land. Okay, I need to come up with better material. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at these Discords servers with Grace. Okay, let's go and do that. First things first, let's go and put this on the screen here. Let's go and change that. I realize people aren't really even in here yet. Wow, look at that. I say, before we get into the main thing, we start off with a little bit of an appetizer. A little bit of an appetizer. Let's put this on the screen here. What is this? This little Japanese girl. Okay, this petite Japanese girl is gonna eat what? 100 burgers? 100 burgers? I don't know if you've seen this. This thing is real. I'm gonna show you. I'm just waiting for people to come in here, and then we can start with the Thorpe stuff. Okay? This is real. Yuka Kinoshita. Kino shit. Yuka Kino shit. Definitely. I think that's how you say her name there. This channel's real. Okay, she does this. Okay, normally when people do mukbangs, they're large, right? They're like fat. Somehow she's doing mukbangs, and yet this is how she looks. Okay, it's still still kind of small. Not a bloated well. So what is she doing, right? I'm guessing she's super professional. The only time she eats is during the mukbang, and the rest of it's just a fast. That must be how you do it. And then maybe you could stay petite. So, if you want to do a mukbang channel and still stay petite, that's how you're gonna have to do it. Okay, and maybe some, a lot of exercise, a lot of cardio, maybe a lot of puking. A lot of that. I don't know. Dude, it's crazy. But anyway, let's go back here. Let's go back to the burger thing. All right, so she eats 100 of these bad boys. We got 3 people watching right now. When we get 5, we'll get to the main content. Are you ready? Woo! Okay, it is real. This is happening. Okay, she actually eats. So you see the big pile. So let's just jump to this part. Okay, yeah, she starts eating them one by one. She has 50 burgers and 50 chicken sandwiches, the big chickens. She even has some what looks like mayonnaise. She has some beverages to drink. She looks like she's slowing down. 74. Okay. She makes her way. She gets through most of the burgers. She starts on the chicken sandwiches. You know what? I don't think she completes this. Lies. She only eats 50. Fire her. She's a liar, flat out liar. Okay. All right, we're good with that. Okay, let's go meet. Ben's new gay friends. Let's go and start that. All right, let's go and put this here. There we go. The main course is on.
Unless you had interactions with him. I don't. You there? I guess he's AFK.
So Grace is helping Ben find some Discords to join.
I don't know what just happened.
So he can make new friends.
Christian chat, silence.
Oh, the sheep profile picture guy didn't want you to get muted.
Yeah.
But this orange guy server muted you and then is not responding. So might as well just say to him, the sheep guy. Thanks for the vote of. Well, thanks for trying to get me unmuted. Lol. See.
Well, let's try something else.
Yeah. All
right. So we were muted
Fluffy
there.
Atheism,
No luck.
Ask an atheist.
Ooh,
No
atheism.
Genocide
Okay.
in Gaza.
Ooh, genocide debate.
Challenge YouTuber EB3.
Oh,
Explore together.
EB3.
Chat
Okay.
for those who can track.
Why are Christians?
Why are Christians scared of Muslims? That looks interesting.
Oh, okay. Are we going to get into why are Christians scared of Muslims? Okay.
Not
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
Oh, he
Debate
doesn't care.
everything. Chill. Atheism is absurd. Shia and Sunni studying the Bible. Chill weekday. Trump bad. EB3 is the guy that Menard debates. Well, he's got his headphones muted. Like, I don't know what it is.
Gay chill.
Okay, chill.
The chat that jumps out to Ben is gay chill. Gay chill. Even gayer Discord. Like that was not clickbait. I love that thumbnail. All right. Let's this is Ben Thorpe. He wants to have the intellectual channel, right? The intellectual show. The Discord that jumps to him is gay chill. All right.
Well, howdy.
Hey, Molly fruit.
Howdy, Ben, a fellow gay.
Molly fruit. Molly fruit. Okay.
Hey.
I don't think so.
Yeah, this is gay chill. You gotta be gay to be in here.
Oh, you do? Well, can you be gay in the sense of happy?
What?
Can you be gay in the sense of happy?
Oh, being gay definitely makes me happy. Okay,
but can I be happy without being necessarily gay? I don't know what gay means, but
this is already great. I don't even know what gay means. You tell me, gay dude. What makes one gay? Like Ben flirts with this stuff so much, and this is what Ben really wanted to get into, right? Not talk about Christians being fearful of Muslims, not even Trump, none of that stuff. This gay chill. Okay. All right.
Listen, the important thing is I'm gay.
okay.
All right, and that's what we're here to chill.
Okay. It's not like a debate situation.
No, I don't debate even when I put a clickbaity debate title up.
Okay. I like that.
Right?
What do you think about
Awkward silence. Yeah, the gay dude was like, did my joke not land?
And that's what we're here to chill.
Okay. It's not like a debate situation.
No, I don't debate even when I put a clickbaity debate title up.
Okay. I like that.
And an awkward.
Right?
What do you think about no, this isn't debate, Broy. What do you think about the relationship between straight men and gays?
Now, the relationship between straight men and gays. I mean, that's kind of a big one. I think we're mostly cool. I mean, I think there's some that may have a problem, I think there's some straights that may have a problem, But I think we're mostly cool. I want to say we're mostly cool,
Straight men and gays?
Yeah. Should there be contention? Should it be
No.
Can there be peace?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 100%. I mean, why would there be contention? I mean, anything. Sometimes it's cooler to hang out with gay dudes than it is to hang out with chicks. I mean, you get the perk of hanging out with dudes, and then they suck your dick. I'm just messing. Hey, is a mouth not a mouth? What's the difference between the mouths?
Specifically straight men and every gay person?
I'm just saying in general.
I'm just saying, on the other side of the glory hole, you would have no idea. You would have no idea what's happening. Okay?
If you want to call it the straight male community and the gay community, is there a mainstream sort of like place we can agree? Because let me say I've had a
Wait. Agree on what? That there's a gay group and a straight group? Yeah. I should call into D-Dog's show? Oh. Maybe I can. Hold on. Let me test my Discord. I want to make sure the audio is working right. Sound test? Test? Okay. All right. Okay, that's about right. All right. Alrighty. Let's go to D-Dog's show.
Okay.
He's live right now.
A bit whenever this guy fucking jumps in the truck and we just make the hour drive to the town we're staying in.
Okay, it's an hour drive, so there'll definitely be something on the way, right?
let me
I don't
test
think
this
there's
out.
anything on the way.
Okay. Now, since I'm using OBS, let me test this out here real fast. And my my little mixer here. I'll start. Well, the camera can't be the same camera. Testing. Okay, it's using the microphone. Let's change that. Change it to. It needs to be. The output. This one. Okay, yeah. And the speaker will be. We can use this one.
Testing the speakers on StreamYard. Sounds like they're working.
All right, that's cool. All right, we got it working. Cool. And the camera. I think I could do a virtual camera on this, right? I can. Start virtual camera. Well, if it works. All right, virtual camera started. And then let's do it. No. Okay. Well, we want to be like that. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. Thought so. Okay, so that works. Look at that. All right. So, yeah, let's do this. Okay, cool. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Take from someone.
You're
like,
right. Because I would never fucking give you any money.
I mean, $25 is it's a lot for some people.
It's $30.
$30, yeah, $30 total.
Thank you, gas.
That's dinner tonight.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, that could feed me for like 3 days.
Well, you
Alrighty.
need to put some weight on then. It's time to bulk you up. You need to get pretty for the camera. Creatine and protein, baby. Bulk up.
Oh, come on.
All right,
Come
we're
on.
backstage.
I'm not some stripper. I'm not
Let's
some
see if we
stripper,
can get in there.
dude. Pretty for the
not be?
camera. Oh, we've got Mr. Deadman's
Why
here
did Jeremy
too.
leave?
That's
Why-
right,
oh, that
Mr.
Jeremy
Deadman.
left.
Is it working this time?
Yes,
Yeah, there
Jeremy.
we
Yes.
go. He's back.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Not much, Jeremy.
Should we let Mr. Deadman up? We got Mr. Deadman backstage. Is he stream sniping or something?
Fuck, whenever that puke gets up here, I'll go ahead and leave so he can run.
Nah,
the
King,
show
don't
with
leave, King.
with
Come
his
on.
classy
Yeah, I want to get on there.
Shoot,
Let's see.
King, mute. Do you have some problem with
King.
Mr. Deadman? Do you
Yeah,
have
does-
some?
Does King have an issue
just-
with me?
You don't like him?
If Tommy's got a problem,
Hey.
I got a problem.
Yeah,
I
Mr.
ain't-
Deadman's
I've
cringe.
never
Let
even
Mr.
paid attention.
Deadman
I've
up.
never even paid attention to his ass.
Chat
Mr.
wants him to
Deadman's
come
one of
up.
those alpha larpers, but he's just like a fat dude who only streams when his wife lets him stream.
Alpha LARPer. I could stream whenever I stream. I have a job.
Poor guy.
All right, we'll bring him up. Chat wants him up. We'll bring him up.
Bring him up. Bring him up. Bring him up.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Look at this guy.
How y'all
He's even
doing?
fatter than I remember.
That man.
Oh yeah, man, I'm doing great. Anyway, so what's going on?
Are you streaming to your own channel? How many viewers you got?
I'm not worried about that, man.
Well, I'm curious.
we're-
I'm not worried either.
I
I'm
like
just
how
curious.
like someone who's also a member of Boit is concerned about the viewers. So suck my dick, faggot. Okay.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
All right, calm down. Calm down.
Okay,
calm down.
Mr. Deadman, Mr.
That was
Deadman.
good.
We
What?
can't
That
say
was
that
good.
word.
Oh,
we
shut
just
the
can't.
fuck
That word
up.
is too
Let me
far
back
for
on there. Let me
YouTube.
back on
Like,
there. No,
You
let me back on
sensitive.
there. Let me back on there.
Just
Dalmatian
not
dog
the
is a
F-
fucking
not the F
pussy.
slur,
He's a
please.
fucking
I'll let you
pussy.
back up, Mr. Deadman, but
Okay.
Damn.
No,
Calm
no,
down.
no. I want to ask Dalmatian dog something. Are you done with Grace, or are you going back with her?
Good question. That's a good question.
no, yeah, I'm
you
done
really
with
want
her.
to fucking know that.
Definitely
She
done
really
with her.
threw you under the bus, Dalmatian.
Yeah, that's
and I
not what
think
you
we
said
should
this
throw her
morning.
ass right
This
into the
morning.
bus.
I mean, what was it last night?
Why
Last
do you
night you're
care,
like,
Dead
oh,
Man?
maybe I can go back. Maybe I can go back to the Thorps.
Oh, why are you covering that, dead man?
I've been covering the Thorps for fucking years, Jeremy.
Oh, yeah. I don't follow your. I just. Hear
I don't
you're
even know
really
who
cringe.
you are, Jeremy.
I don't know who you are. You just have like a picture of a tiger in the back, and it's really stupid.
You're a fucking shark,
Is that some,
faggot.
like-
Oh, my bad.
Is that like Eye of the
That-
Tiger?
that-
Okay,
man.
no more. I swear.
I like
I
this guy. I
swear.
like this guy.
I swear.
King of
I
the
swear.
Jungle.
No more. Keep it to us. I agree. Okay.
Let's
Yeah, you're
keep it
turning
PG,
red, man. You gotta
guys.
calm
Yeah.
down.
I mean,
Anyway, let's be chill. I'll be chill. I'll be cool. So
Yeah. How much did you
anyway,
have to drink so far today? You're turning all red.
Fuck that shit. Answer
Man,
the question.
like
that
all the
that man
vodka.
had a great question.
all the vodka. The wife was gone, so I was allowed
Vodka,
to raid
yeah.
the liquor cabinet.
I can tell you're drinking. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious.
mhm.
You got that red bloaty face.
Yeah.
You say that
Yeah.
fucking T word.
I can't
around
hide
You
it,
take
man.
off your sunglasses. Take off the aviators. I want to see your drunk, bloodshot eyes.
No, it's too bad. No, I can't do that.
But
But the light's way too bright in here anyway. I can't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were you asking, D-Dog? Seemed important.
No, but honestly, it was a real question. Like Dalmatian dude, I feel for you, man. Like, are you are done with Grace, right?
Well, when I said that, I was talking about. I remember what you're talking about, and I was talking about talking to them again. I said
Okay.
I might talk to them again. I wanted to totally stop talking to them, but it's hard to really. I'm done with Grace in the sense that I haven't been romantically interested in her, or DM'd her in a long
Right.
time. But I think just talking to them. Have you talked to them lately? When was the last time you talked to them?
I haven't talked to them in years.
Buddy, you just evaded the question.
just-
Go ahead and answer
you
the
just-
question, please.
Yeah. You just
Yeah,
follow
well-
them. You don't talk to them. You just follow them around the internet.
I stream them. Yeah, I mean, I cover their streams. Yeah, that's what I do.
Donation.
Pretty much.
You don't-
Why
I
don't you
mean,
talk
Just
to them?
chill and hate watch. I guess I wouldn't even call myself a hate watcher, really. Honestly. I mean,
I seen a video.
I mean, we don't really talk.
Into your ass. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, I seen a video where she had some allegations, dude.
Oh, there's
Sending her
allegations.
The old dick pics the old D-man was sending her. I seen in a video.
Oh shit! I was sending dick pics. Oh damn! How drunk was
no,
I?
I think I think you're saying Dalmatian.
So
I
who?
sent dick pics too.
Yeah, that's good. That man's good now. I'm good with that.
Wait.
What's wrong with sending dick
Came in
pics?
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have enough, or not enough, and then you just start sending stuff.
I guess, man.
Get it.
So is this like your radio show? How often do you do your show, Mr. Deadman?
Whenever the wife leaves and she gives me permission. Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just joking then.
Yeah.
but-
She gives me permission to raid the liquor cabinet. I would say raid. I mean, it's more like she sets it out for me. Okay.
Does she have
So
to
are
like
you
take the
running
kids
your
to the
radio
grandma's?
show off Dalmatian's channel right now?
Yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah.
That seems
Yeah.
crazy.
Welcome to the Mr. Deadman radio show. Viewership of 5, and we're doing great. We're doing great. Snell is my best friend, by the way. I talked to Snells, and there's something wrong with that. The best friend I've ever had was a freaking Snell. Okay.
You look like Chris Pratt if Chris Pratt was ugly.
And fat, right? If Chris Pratt wore
Well,
a
that's
fat
part of
suit.
being
I'm
ugly.
Chris
yeah.
Fat.
Well, that's a big part of
Chris
being
Fat.
ugly, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Chris Fat.
Yeah,
that's
Chris
pretty good.
Fat.
Yeah, I wish I had thought of that.
Yeah, you
one.
got a
God
celebrity
damn it.
here.
Why did I think of that?
Okay.
Should have thought of that. God damn it.
Oh man, I know, right? Instead of Mr. Deadman, I should have been like Chris Fat. Here you go. I could be like, man, I'm like his retard. Can I say retard? I mean, I say retard all the time. Can I say retard? That's
I
fine.
think you say retard. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
retard's all right.
Besides, I am retarded, so I should be able to say retard. You know, this is how that works.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Hold on, Deadman. BB gifted me another subscription. Thank you, BB. Thank you.
Oh, round of
So
applause
many
to
gifters
BB.
tonight.
Hey, we gift him.
It's insane, man.
We gift him.
I have a
So,
very
D-Dog, I got
yes.
permission from Ava to go to South Carolina.
Okay.
Down or what?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes with Ruby, I guess.
They said they're down for a double date.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, well, I'll have to talk to Ruby in DMs.
All right, I'll buy my plane ticket. We'll do this.
Well, don't expect there to be a double date. I just want you to know.
All right, well, I'll take them both.
Why not, Dalmatian?
Okay. Yeah, feel free,
Alright.
Jeremy. Yeah.
Cool.
What
else is up?
What do you think about what do you think about my community? Will you shout out
You're
my
already- You're calling it a community already. You get one
It's-
donation.
it's not one.
I'm
Three
muted,
different people
but you know, it's like
donated,
okay.
subs, gifted.
Like I want to ask him,
Starting
like
a cult leader.
like why?
No,
Why would it not be a double
really,
date?
No, not a cult leader, but
You're feeling loved. You got some oxytocin flowing. You feel important, heard.
no, I wouldn't say I feel important. I feel like
Oh, Jeremy is the great.
I don't know, like
you sent her
I
money, bought her the
now
Amazon
it's
gifts.
my job to
Wow,
put on
I had
a good
no
show
idea.
Now, I guess it's my job.
I
to
mean, I
give them
heard
their money's
rumors
worth.
and all that.
So
You have
at
purpose
least
now.
at
yeah,
least
we have-
try,
Might as
yeah.
well kick
We
Mr.
have,
Deadman. He's just a distraction at this point, especially with that stupid
Oh,
tiger.
I'm a
poster. It's
distraction.
just fucking crazy.
Unmute Mr. Deadman. Okay, I'll unmute him.
Okay. Are you jealous of the tiger?
Are you talking to me?
Well, you keep talking about the tiger. Everyone knows about the tiger painting. Yeah, the tiger painting. What's up?
I just think it's like tacky and distracting, especially with the lights around
It's
it.
like
Why do
the
you have
coolest
flashing
thing.
lights?
It's the coolest thing in the room.
Was it your idea to put those Christmas lights up around it, or what?
Actually, that was a gift.
Were you like, that's
That
what's
was a
going to make the
gift?
difference in my studio? We're going to have some lights back here, and it's going to be groundbreaking.
That's for my
production.
OnlyFans. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm look it up. Gay Chris Fat. Gay Chris Fat. Okay. There's a big picture. Go check it out.
Cool.
So, are you guys going on a double date with Ava and Ruby?
Yep.
That's Jeremy's fantasy. That's not the reality.
I just got off of Ava's panel. She can't wait to see me in my Speedo.
Hey, all right. So I guess you do have a choice, huh? I mean, you have a favorite between them?
Who, me? No, they're both hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Dalmatian?
Well, Grace is gross and she has no good sexual features.
I didn't
no
even
ass,
ask
no
about
tits.
Grace. I didn't even
Talking
ask
about
about
Ruby
Grace.
and Ava.
So we went over it. I mean, we went over it. Grace has no ass, no tits, no hygiene, no brain. Ava is basically psychotic in some ways, so
Mm.
that's a no-go for me. And then Ruby is a little bit older than me, and I think Ruby is more my style. Truthfully,
Mm.
even though she's a little bit older,
So the answer is Ruby.
she's more hardened in a way, if that makes sense. She's like
Yeah. Seasoned.
I wouldn't say seasoned, but She's a little bit older. She's more experienced. She's, I think, a little less emotional and a little bit more realistic.
All right. Well, instead of telling us this, why don't you go tell her that? Maybe she'll appreciate hearing it from you in DMs.
Yeah,
I've
I
already.
agree. I think she would.
DM'd her earlier.
All right. Well, let me know because I can buy the ticket this week.
Okay, Jeremy, you're all over it. Great.
Yeah.
Are you going to make
On
it
top of
content?
Distinction's also helping.
Jeremy really wants to double date with me, Deadman. What do you think about that?
I mean,
I think Jeremy wants to date me.
I think I might, dude. I'm
yeah,
just using Ava and Ruby to get to you.
I think so.
I think he just wants to teach you, man. He's like a Big Brother program. He just wants to make sure you are good. You know that you're good to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like a
you think
wingman.
I need this guy to fucking mentor me? You think I need this guy to tell me?
Well,
are you serious?
Jeremy,
No,
how many
you need
girls have you
Thorpe
had?
to mentor you?
Jeremy, how many girls have you
By
had?
examples. How many girls have I had?
Yes.
He hasn't been late in the last 8 years.
I've had all the girls.
Okay.
He's 8.
So
no.
hold on, Dalmatian. Jeremy has an 8-year, I guess, drought or dry spell. Dalmatian dog. What about you?
It was a voluntary celibacy.
No, involuntary.
Someone that looks like me doesn't. Yeah, no, come on.
So Dalmatian, what about you? Dalmatian,
it definitely hasn't been 8 years.
okay.
My last girlfriend was Indian.
A foreigner. That doesn't count.
Maybe it's been a while though, so like a year maybe or two. Not too long. Not 8 years. 8 years would be.
We're not getting into this conversation, are we? Come on.
Well, I'm just trying to see if Jeremy would be the one that would be like the big brother here, and it sounds like he would. It sounds like he would have the experience to kind of help Dalmatian out and the whole dating thing. So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
So you're on board, see? Dalmatian, listen to Deadman.
Jeremy,
you might be right.
He
might be gay and fat and rap, but I think he might be right on this one particular topic.
That I should listen to you?
Gay prep.
Yeah. What is he saying? Okay, tell us what you're actually saying. I mean, you think I need Jeremy's advice? You think I need him on a double date with me?
Yes.
Hell no.
Because Dalmatian, when was the last time you got a girl?
Like I just said, I just told you. I've got plenty of women.
You said something about some Indian girl. No one believes that, Dalmatian. No one believes that.
You know what? I would bring up her photo.
I got a Puerto Rican girlfriend.
I would bring up her photo, but I don't want to dox her identity. I guess I could put like a smiley face over her. Maybe
just run it through some AI. Make it so she's like Chinese instead of Indian, but it's still her.
Ask Grok to draw you an AI girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
all right.
She was real.
I'm just saying,
appreciate it.
Dalmatian, it'd be great. Jeremy wants to help you out. Okay. He sounds like he's just trying to be very helpful here. Just let him help you, man.
Yeah.
The thing is,
let me help you.
He needs me to help him. Do you understand
I
that?
don't need you. Come on.
He literally called. Did you see his call with Ava, Deadman, where he begged Ava for hours? And he always used to say, I was drunk as my excuse.
I was obviously fucking wasted, cross-eyed during that shit, and it was funny. Nobody thought I was serious, except for you, D-Dog.
Jeremy, you couldn't succeed with Ava. Why do you think you're going to succeed now?
I'm not trying to succeed with Ava. I'm trying to help you succeed with Ruby.
I don't need your help, Jeremy.
Have you thought about dealing crack?
Like you do.
Have you thought about dealing crack?
I've never considered that, no.
If you dealt
that does
crack,
help with getting laid.
If you dealt crack, maybe Ava would bang you.
No, he wants Ruby.
Okay, we'll deal another drug, and I think Ruby would bang you. Okay,
Yeah,
you could probably
we got another sub, guys. No way. We got another sub.
There you go, gobbledygook.
Gobbled.
Oh,
thank you, Gobbled.
Now people want to
Very nice
ask
of you.
about so you guys are simping for like Ava and Ruby now. So I guess Grace is totally off the table now with you guys, right?
No, Grace is always on the table.
Well, I mean, for her dad, yeah.
Oh yeah, for me, there's no. I never would get with Grace.
Even if she's on the
Bullshit,
table,
you wouldn't be, Doug.
Never, absolutely never.
No, Dalmatian. If she was on the table, legs wide open, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh,
He would.
yes, you would.
I swear to God,
yes,
I
you
would.
would.
We all would. Give me a fucking break.
Well, then
Even
you,
fat,
you,
gay
you're
Chris Pratt would.
really Grace. Is
I
the
mean,
most
it would
gross
reek.
woman.
Are you kidding me? It would reek. You know, her hygiene's so bad. It would have to be the stinchiest thing you ever smelt.
I've smelled Grace before. It's not that bad.
Wait. When you say you smelled her before, what are we talking about?
Not sexually, but like I've been near her.
Okay.
She doesn't smell as bad as people say she does.
Well, maybe you had a good week. Maybe she took a shower before she met you.
Maybe.
Did she brush her teeth?
Anyways, back to the. Yeah, she does. Back to the girls trip, D-Dog. You got a Speedo you can wear? I got an American flag Speedo that I picked out.
Oh, that sounds. I'm sure they would. The women are gonna love that, Jeremy.
We're doing a whole Baywatch, Boy Watch. I'm Tommy Lee. Gonna go find my Pamela Anderson. Get hepatitis C.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's kind of my goal.
Good goal. Good aspirations.
So, Deadman, are you
Baywatch.
like? Are you like? Do you like Grace, or how do you feel about Grace?
Yeah, I think she's disgusting, man. Absolutely.
But do you? So, who do you dislike more, Grace or Ben? I assume you're more of a Ben disliker.
Well,
you think Grace is like a victim, or what do you think?
I mean, that ship has sailed a long time ago. Is Grace a victim? I mean, yes, but she doesn't care. You know, someone who doesn't see themselves as a victim, are they really a victim? You know, if anything, she's like Ben's puppet. That's how I see it. So, I mean, if anything, Grace is kind of an extension of Ben. They're kind of two or one of the same, you know.
Popular take, yep. King's back.
Oh my God, Mr. Stinky Brew gifted too, did he?
Oh shit, D-Dog, you're gonna be able to fund this trip yourself.
It's insane, man. It literally is insane.
Yeah,
he did. Wow. Gobbled, subscribed. Okay, so we'll show everybody here then. We'll show everybody's name.
Hey, I want to fucking take Ben and run a train on Grace.
What? You want to run a train?
She's honest.
Ben, me and Benny boy, we're gonna run a train on his daughter.
Wait, can I be?
So wait.
Be
Are you cool? Are you cool with being an Eskimo Bros?
We need a camera guy. We need a camera guy. Who wants to be a camera guy? We need a camera guy.
I don't care what number I am in line, as long as I'm first in the ass, boys.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was the caboose joke I just made.
Hey.
Look at that, guys. Look at that.
Congrats, Dalmatian.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
You guys can donate to me too if you want. Jeremy Peterson Comedy on Cash App. Hit me up.
Hey, Dalmatian, I want to say, I know it coming hot, and I apologize for using the F-bomb a couple times. I wanted to make it spicy in the beginning. I know you guys don't know me, but I have no problem with you guys like promoting the channel and in my chat. I know Get Cracked for Me was doing that. I'm cool with that. You know, I see us all kind of like as orbiters or whatever. We all have our reasons to being kind of involved or whatever. You know, I used to be in Chinatown, used to watch them all the time, and that's kind of where I come from. And I'm about to bounce and continue doing my thing. I was going to watch Ben flirt with like or bounce around in the gay discords that he was in, and want to catch up on that. But this is good.
Can I ask you, Mr. Deadman, do you think Ben is gay? Or do you think there's a level there? Do you think
he's gay curious for sure? He's gay curious.
Yeah. Yep.
You get him drunk enough, he's sucking a dick. Okay.
King, do you have echo or something? Yeah, I think you're totally right about that, Deadman. Every day, I mean, you watch him daily, right?
Yeah, I watch him daily all the time. I know him. I know him better than he knows himself.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. And
it's not healthy.
He is a weird guy. He's very feminine in some ways.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think he's a good father overall?
No.
No, you don't think so.
No. He's number one dad. Dalmatian, he's number one dad. I like what you said in your previous stream, like a lesson of what not to do as a father. That is what Ben is.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way. It's a very normal opinion. I think a lot of people have that same mindset.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, this is cool. You guys take it easy. I'm not even sure how to leave this.
It's all good. Thank you for coming up, Deadman.
All right. You take it easy.
Deadman, you're great. that man's good shit.
All right, man. That was cool. That was cool. We got that. We had that. That was fun. Hope you guys like that. You guys enjoy that? That was fun. All righty. Oh, so that was fun. I do apologize for coming in hot like that. I got a little excited. I did. I'm glad he gave me two more chances. Okay. 2 strikes. Okay. Going with baseball rules. Gay men are better or more straightforward than women about sex. Like gay men will let you know. Like so Ben knows this. I'm telling you, like Dalmatian Dog, good question. Is Ben gay? He drinks some gold sloggers. He is going down on you, dude. What? Okay. Wait, what? Backed it up. Does he think that the gays get discriminated more in America versus other nations? Is that what he's saying? Not as a large scale like other nations. I'm going to let that one go. I think it was okay. Been in his stories, man. Oh yeah, the audio.
A man came, put his hand on my belly and kind of grazed my genitals as he walked by, and I didn't think anything of it because, of course, he assumed I was gay. And
there we go. Now you can hear it,
right?
Yeah, and he was saying I would have clocked that guy, but then I said, but you wouldn't have been there in the first place. And he said,
I don't know, touching someone's belly and their genitals, that's a little bit gay.
Yeah, it's a little bit gay, but
he told the story of him being rubbed up on when he was like in Vegas. No, not Vegas, in LA. That story.
Hollywood, and I was wearing my shirt open near the gay clubs, and because I didn't have a shirt that could button.
I like when Ben tells a story, he adds in all this extra detail that doesn't even freaking matter. It's like, okay.
It's a long story. And a man came, put his hand on my belly and kind of grazed my genitals as he walked by. And I didn't think anything of it because, of course, he assumed I was gay. And
guys being dudes, right?
Yeah, and he was saying I would have clocked that guy. But then I said, but you wouldn't have been there in the first place. And he said,
I don't know, touching someone's belly and their genitals, that's a little bit gay.
Yeah, it's a little bit gay, but I was in WeHo. I mean, it's
just a tad.
It's gay. I mean, it's not. You're not there to pick up chicks if you're a guy. I mean, you might be, but when in Rome, you know what I mean.
What is Grace doing?
I don't feel like he was being homophobic by saying like, dude,
you got
that's
some
not
new
okay
gear.
with me. I would have had a real problem with that. I think that's just a cultural
right.
thing.
It's obviously something he's not comfortable with.
Wait, did we get a new camera, or does she have this the whole time? Because if we got a new camera, are we sure this is the time to be buying more cameras?
Obviously, the way you dressed might have given an impression that you would be okay with it.
Yeah, right. But he was saying, dude, that's sexual assault. I'm like, I mean, I guess technically you could say that.
Yeah.
Ben doesn't even look at it as sexual assault, you know?
But I mean, I think that's the same thing that women sometimes do to straight men is like, come on. I mean, if I put my hand on your shoulder after we've been talking for 2 hours, okay.
I think Grace is playing around with a new camera or something. Apparently, they have new camera money. which is weird because I didn't even know they had living money, you know?
It's a little ridiculous. But anyways, I actually don't think that he's homophobic. I just think it's a function of culture, his culture. Because black culture, you're either, to me, in black culture, you're either much more gay or much less. You know what I mean? It's more like a hard line.
I'm really not equipped to talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm not equipped to talk about that. The dude's like totally white. 100%. Oh. But Ben is an expert. Ben will let you know. Ben knows about the black community and how the gays are there. You're either super flamboyantly gay or you're in the closet.
I mean, I think that's the same thing that women sometimes do to straight men is like, come on. I mean, if I put my hand on your shoulder after we've been talking for 2 hours, okay. It's a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
But anyways, I actually don't think that he's homophobic. I just think it's a function of culture, his culture. Because black culture, you're either, to me, in black culture, you're either much more gay or much less. You know what I mean? It's more like a hard.
You're either much more gay or less gay. There's like no middle gay. And and Ben is the expert here. I think he means Ethiopians because I think his black experience is Jacinda, and she's not gay. As far as we know. I mean, she has kids. And then the Ethiopians that I don't think were actually Ethiopians that he hired for his restaurant.
Hard line.
I'm really not equipped to talk about that.
Yeah. Well, I think in
did y'all catch the D-Dog like kind of interaction? Element. It was fun. I liked it.
Being gay is going to be, it's obviously going to be more difficult to come out, but also those who do come out are going to be a tight community, I think.
Yeah, I do hear.
I don't really do panels much.
That
was kind of fun. I want to do them some more.
What's the word when you don't like gay people?
Homophobia.
I'm trying to play a character, just being myself.
Like other communities that are not white, or like mostly Asian and black.
Oh, really? Among Asians too? Yeah, that's interesting.
Depending.
I would think it would be a function of like how much machismo. You know what I mean? How much a man you've got to be, and that that goes with the stereotypes like homosexual behavior being like obviously an obvious taboo, right, for men.
For someone who's straight, he's like really invested in this topic. He's like the gay whisperer.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like, I would say, in a sense, I would say if a person seems homophobic, but they're coming from a culture like that, then it's not really that they're homophobic. It's that they're just expressing their culture. And
you mean like they're not innately homophobic, but there is something that they learned that's
in other words, he said, "Oh, if this guy did that to me, I'd turn around XYZ, right?" But then I said, because we had talked earlier, and I said, it would be fun to go do something like that with you and see your reaction. And he's like, I would never go there. So in a certain sense, he wouldn't put himself in that situation. And therefore, for me to say, if you were in this situation, is just a hypothetical because he wouldn't be comfortable in that situation. So he's not. That's different than a guy who says, "Yeah, let's go there," and I want to like beat people up. And that I would say is like.
I don't think Ben has noticed anything going on with the camera at all. But I'm like this. Okay, all right. I'm liking this a little bit here. Different angle here. You get more of the room. Look at that.
Ben, didn't I speak to you the other day?
Yes, Al Carinder. I spoke with you about capitalism. I think.
You're Christian, right?
Catholic, yeah.
Catholic.
I wanted to say, because you left a little bit early, I wanted to say, look up a term called distributism. Have you ever heard of that? It's an economic view.
Distributism.
I can't quite remember. What was your idea? Like,
I'm actually liking the camera. I'm liking the camera right there. Leave it like that. Her ADHD, man, she's gonna be fidgeting.
What were you arguing about?
Remember, I was saying I think pretty much every modern profession is corrupt because of capitalism, and we were talking about real estate, and you're saying like, and I get what your point was. Like, I think you can be honest as a real estate agent, and that it's not like immoral, even though you're selling something.
I think I also remember you saying that. Correct me if I'm wrong. That you didn't support communism or socialism.
Yeah. So distributism is neither capitalism nor communism, because we often have this
distributism. I guess the I'm going to take a guess as to do something with the distribution of resources, but it's not. Don't worry, it's not communism. It's different. Okay. Prepare for an education. See, look, the thumbnail didn't lie. You're getting a little bit of lies. You're getting a little bit of gay and a little bit of economics debates. Thank you.
Binary way of thinking. It's either this or that. And distributism is saying, and I
kind of a shut-in. I don't leave my my little shed much. Okay. It was nice.
I think you said something like this. The emphasis is on the scale. It should be small scale rather than big scale. So corporations are big scale and big government is big scale. And distributism says should be as minor scale, like family businesses should be the norm.
Well, yeah, but I think that if you don't have some of these large companies out here and doing some of the things that we wouldn't have a lot of the luxuries we have. And, that's more than just being luxuries. It's also.
But those luxuries come at a cost of like everything being the same. I hate it so freaking much. Like, man, it is. Doesn't it suck? Doesn't it feel like everything's just like so like these large corporations it's just so like too much. Too much. I reached a point to where like all the cars look the same. They're all pretty much a crossover of some type, right? It's like, okay, if you buy a backpack on Amazon for your kid, chances are there's gonna be a bunch of kids that have that same exact backpack because it's sold by the same exact person. It's like it is so sad to me. I hate it. Anyway,
so things like our healthcare or our military or other things like that.
Yeah, the argument
I think they're quite important.
The argument for large corporations is that they have efficiencies of scale.
Yeah, I talked to
D-Dog to produce things on a mass scale that like 100 little companies doing the same thing.
It's worth it. I came in hot, kind of fiery for no reason. Jeremy said some stuff, so I said some stuff, and we acted like a bunch of retards. It's good.
Wouldn't be able to, right, because of the capital investment and things like that. And I'm not
familiar with distributism. I'd have to look into it.
Yeah, look into it. It's interesting. You might find it interesting.
I would still stick on the claim that I think capitalism is the best that we have.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a perfect system, but I think it's the best that we have.
Right. No economic system is going to be perfect. That's the problem with communism. It claims it's going to be utopian. Anything utopian, I think, is going to be a disaster.
Yeah. Okay.
Utopia.
Okay, I can agree with Ben with that. If you promise utopia already, disaster. That sounds like a cult to me. Sounds like I don't think that's happening.
Is not how it goes here. But
I think capitalism, has some of its downsides, and it's really has to do with the command aspect. And I think when the command aspect isn't done correctly,
the command aspect, meaning like when COVID-19 drugs were commanded by Trump,
sure,
that kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, I don't think they were commanded by Trump. I think.
But doesn't that part of like when the companies become like more entwined with like the government like that? Doesn't it? Well, that is like fascism. That's like what that is. There. Okay. But yeah, or I guess you could say cronyism or whatever. Maybe like work. Oh, I mean, because it's like these companies pretty much have the people in Washington like bought and paid for. It's like between large corporations and Jews, like America is pretty much that. It's like when you salute the flag or do your Pledge of Allegiance like a good boy, really what you're pledging to is Israel and Walmart are big powerful drug companies. Okay, but hey, I love America. 4th of July is coming. Okay. Anyway, it's just something to think about. I'm not drunk. Okay, I did smoke some all-American tobacco. That's true. But hey, oh wait, it's Monday. We're not doing not streams. We're not doing any shots. So that's not happening. Absolutely. No shots at all. Let's continue.
I think they were commanded more by the states.
Right. I don't know exactly how it worked, but yeah, you run into this problem that governments can be run like kind of taken over by corporations, and then
they can.
Sure.
You run into
and that's why I think like you need a smaller government and capitalism to like. I think we're working optimally because I think capitalism
smaller government just means it's easier to buy them. What are you talking about?
Works really well with the system that our government is to where, right? It's it's not too terrible and it's not too good, but
then I suppose a smaller government would be easier to like vote them out, depending on assuming it's still a democracy.
It's leaning more good than it's leaning bad. I think it sticks there, but there's that percentage there that's not good, and it does screw people over. And I think that's because our government has their issues, and because of that, the command aspect of the economy doesn't get handled when it should be. I think if we made the government smaller and we made it more focused on the aspects of where it should be focused on the command economy, capitalism would be working a lot better in our country. Because I think honestly, the way that we've been treating capitalism in our country has led more towards socialism.
Would you say that like let's take a small town where there's a main street and there's a like a locksmith and a grocer and this and that, and the farmers come in and sell their stuff, and then Walmart comes in
base take
to that
Shamu
town or near
base
that
take
town and undercuts all of their prices and drives them out of business.
Hey,
and then
thank
offers
you.
some of them jobs at Walmart.
Thank you, McKinsey, for the membership.
That's progress.
No shots tonight, and for the health there.
Older system was better.
But if we get 5 more members,
well, it depends. Like,
maybe
what did
something
Walmart
cool will happen.
provide? I mean, Walmart
I'll chug
provides
this
better things, better
water
prices,
bottle.
more products, better
That's
products,
what we're doing
and
now.
easily accessible
Chugging water,
products, along with more jobs for people. Right.
Right.
I think though the approach of it's called acclimation. I mean, you can't just throw in it could, like a big change the economy in a matter of a year. It'll kill the economy. It wouldn't be good.
Well, that's how Walmart works.
It's not how you want to do it.
It has to be a gradual change.
Actually works. They lose money to drive all the local businesses out that are competition out of business, and then restore the prices.
I think a lot of local businesses are, in my opinion, I think there's a lot of local businesses that are caught in that are outdated. Like we don't need small grocery stores anymore unless they're in small areas, right? In areas where there's never going to be a Walmart built. Like they're probably not going to build a Walmart in the middle of the boonies, right? In Arizona.
They do have Walmarts in the middle of the boonies. What's the guy talking about? That's exactly where they have Walmarts.
Alaska.
Yeah. Some places they won't, but like usually they'll
either a Walmart or a Dollar General
in between a bunch of smallish towns, so that like people will drive there. You know what I mean? But
like it sounds bad up front, but I really think like if you're like I'm going to start a grocery store like in 2025, I'm like it's a great idea, but like here's the problem is that there's already grocery stores out there that provide better products. Like
no one's going to just start a brand new grocery store like that. You would have to have some deep capital for that shit.
You would need to provide something like a Walmart to begin with.
Well, but then Aldi came in and did little tiny grocery stores all over the place, and they were able to compete because some people just don't want to go to Walmart. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But that's not Aldi is not a mom and pop store, right? Like, I mean, they're smaller compared to Walmart, but it's not like Maria down the road and her husband opened up a little grocery store. It's not like that. Anymore, you might get like some bodegas. You might get that. I was about to say bodegas. Too much gay. There's too much gay on the stream. Okay. And by the way, I previewed this. We haven't even reached full gay yet. Okay. If we can get there, there's a part in the stream where Ben goes totally full gay, as gay as he can get.
Well, it's like Dollar General. Dollar General is a great corporation. It's a grocery store and it provides some general goods. I think that's a great store. It can work.
Yeah.
However, tiny small businesses that are providing goods that otherwise can be easily accessible from much larger corporations, I think it's a bad idea to go into a business that when you're not trying to become larger like that.
But don't you think even Walmart and Home Depot and Lowe's and those big box stores are now being run out of business by Amazon? Because why not just have a huge warehouse dropping off goods, right?
Well, I think that Walmart's starting to get out, having more competition between Amazon, but the Amazon doesn't provide a lot of the products that Walmart's bringing. I think there's more competition to the field, right, with Amazon. I think that's a good thing because now
with Walmart, you can just go there to the store, and some people like that. Some people prefer just being able to go to the store and pick things up.
These companies are going to compete a lot more, and they're going to make their prices lower. Because here's the thing: if Amazon was just the only company we would be buying stuff for, it become a monopoly.
Right.
They could charge you any price, and you have to pay for it.
Right.
And if they become too big, they would run any other competition on all the other big stores.
Right. But you see the advantage of having an Amazon over, let's say, a Walmart. You don't have to pay employees to have customer service and right. So you could have robots in a warehouse.
Do they have Amazon stores?
Drones at a certain point, and your labor cost, which is your major cost, is going to be close to zero at a certain.
Well, that's true too.
I actually don't think the drone.
Like certain, you can only get certain things from the store directly. And besides, there's some things that when you purchase, you would rather go to the store directly so you can see the item and judge the item physically while you're there. Like clothing, for example. Clothing. You can get your pants measurements just right and go on Amazon and look for it, right? But sometimes it's off, right? Or sometimes you might hit the wrong button and you thought you got the right one, but you did not. It's better for you to just go to the clothing store to get it yourself. Especially when we're talking about like shirts. Like I'm a tall guy, okay? I need specific shirts here, okay? Pretty much it is XXL or maybe XXXL, the fatty shirts. But really, if I could find like a TXL, that's the better fit. That's the best fit right there. And anyway,
going to work out very well.
Yeah.
No, I just find it being too much of a hassle for the FAA.
Yeah, that may be true. Yeah. When I was in LA recently,
Same with flying cars. Like I think flying cars is a mixed up idea of the '60s. I think people are caught up in the idea of the future of the '60s rather than the future of today.
Yeah, that's
like
interesting.
remember back in the '80s they were writing
okay, I like that.
We had flying cars and like all
that is cool, man. That reminds me of a music video. It's I can't think of the name of it right now. There's a band that had that particular, was it Pearl Jam? I think it was. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Let me know in the chat.
This Neo looking stuff, like it's not going to be that.
Yeah, but
people are more grounded.
What I've seen when I was recently with my daughter in LA, and they had robot cars and robot like carts that delivered food to a restaurant to and fro, and I mean,
yeah,
you look at
they use those, but on a mass level, though, it becomes a problem. Like it's fine when you have just a couple of them going around, but the main source of distribution is going to be more like traditional.
Yeah, I think,
works better traditional.
Yeah, I think it'd be a mix probably, just like fast food restaurants have. The kiosks do a lot of what the people in the front used to do, and that has like automated it. And I can see
but they still have some workers.
Like, can't you make a machine that like dips the fries into the fryer oil and then picks it up and dumps it? Do you really need a person to do that?
Sure, yeah. Well, certain things will have more machine aspect in it, but I think the things that people are thinking, like, you got to think smarter, not harder, right? Because the idea, if you go back to the 60s, they're like, we're going to have robots.
Well, we don't need to automate everything, do we? If we do, then like that's one task that like is just completely replaced. Some jobs, all they are is just to perform a particular task. Take an order, put patties on the grill, put fries in the oil. Yeah, that's it.
Clean our dishes, but what it really was a dishwasher, not a humanoid robot that would actually
not Rosie or whatever. Yeah,
these things are going to be more logistical, and I don't think flying cars or drones are very logistic. I think you might have a couple of them, and Amazon might experiment with them.
Yeah,
but it'll never be their primary source. They're going to distribute things to a different level.
Yeah, you're just saying because
they already have drones that will drop or deliver packages.
I think it's a hassle for the FAA. I mean, you try getting up just one Cessna in the air, and you're going to have trouble.
Right.
All those drones got to be registered in the FAA. And now imagine this: now a big company like Amazon has distribution all over the United States or all over the world. That's millions upon millions of drones everywhere in the sky constantly. That is problematic. Yeah, it becomes dangerous for a lot of other things.
You're going to have air traffic controllers keeping track of every package being sent by Amazon. It's crazy.
And now imagine cars. Now flying cars is even worse because with drones, at least drones, You know, they don't go up that high, right? They don't do stuff that, you know, big.
Right.
But they can still be problematic for other aircraft in the air, other things going on, right? But flying cars, you put flying cars in the air, it is itself like a helicopter or a plane in the air. Like you would need highways, airways to follow. You have to follow the airways. It's problematic, and not everyone has the training to do that kind of stuff and understands that, and it's very problematic.
That's right. We got to really worry about the flying cars because, you know, they're on the there's something that's on the horizon. I don't know if you know that or not, but we're about to get flying cars, guys.
Not to mention the dangers that would probably have for society because, you know, falling, you know, it's one thing to have a car accident, but it's another thing when cars are flying and falling on people's roofs when someone runs out of gas.
Right. But here's the thing. Here's what I would say. As things become more automated and everything, don't you think it's a little less personal? Like you kind of miss that in order to buy something, you have to like say hi to someone or.
I like being able to say hi to people.
It's kind of like becomes less personal.
I like being super social at Walmart for no reason.
I mean, I don't, but I think like,
hey, our next walk and talk, we're going into a Walmart. We're going to walk around and be super social. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk to everyone.
I think people are thinking of it like the Industrial Revolution. They think, well, the machines are going to come in, we're going to all lose our jobs, and it's going to take over everything, and no one's going to be able to do anything. I don't think it's going to be like that. I think that, you know, when the technology comes in, you're going to have new jobs that come in. I think you'll have more opportunities in social aspects. Human beings are social beings. People can't go without social life. The world would collapse. It's got to exist.
Well, I mean, we're kind of experimenting to see how true that is, right? Because during COVID, kind of people, like, I have kids, you know, and my kids were told, like, no social interaction, you know. And
yeah, but the social interaction was, you know, still online, right? You know, like me and you were talking right now on Discord.
It's true. Yeah.
Right.
But there's something something missing there.
I can tell you. Well, sure, it's just something missing, but I think that a lot of these things, right?
So Ben
I
made
think
a friend.
Has less to do with, you know.
So my question here is, will Ben screw up his little friendship here? He made a friend in Discord. Okay, congratulations. Ben made a friend. That's good, guys. Right?
Capitalism distribution in technology growth in the country, and more has to do with the family structure.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you have good families and you focus on social things like church or, you know,
They
social
actually
communities,
wait.
Oh, right. This is supposed to be a
Wait, hold on.
All right.
Hold on. Are you messing with me, Ray Sachs? They just released the first affordable flying car. When you say affordable, you mean like affordable by some billionaire? What do you mean affordable? Affordable like it's a Honda? Like a Honda Accord?
All right.
Let's make it gay.
Right.
I agree.
Make it gayer, you know.
What's your stance on that, Ben, on homosexuality?
Here we go. We're increasing the gayness. I told you guys. It gets gayer. If Ben continues doing this, my next thumbnail is going to be even gayer than the last. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it.
It's the best.
I'm Catholic, so I was actually asking.
So that means he's already gay?
So I think Molly fruit. I think that most Christian denominations are.
But why does he always say that? Like, oh, I'm Catholic. It's like, okay, you mean like, are you going to put in their heads that maybe you were an altar boy? Are you trying to say like you had a Milo situation going on? You know, because what kind of Catholic are you?
Growth in the country, and more has to do with the family structure. I think if you have good families,
I think that most Christian denominations are, I think, I don't know. The perception is that they're homophobic. I think it's a reasonable position the church holds. Our church holds, which is that, that it's not like a sin to be gay, but that it's not maybe the ideal.
The Catholic Church.
Okay, this is what I caught during work. Okay, so yeah, I did catch a little bit of this.
The Pope says.
The Pope says what?
The Pope said something about it's fine to be gay.
He didn't say that. He never said that. He said that that it's what it was about was when he was blessing homosexuals. He said that blessing is for every single person in the world. It wasn't that he was blessing the constitutes of a gay marriage.
Well,
he blessed homosexuals, and he said it was for everyone. Does that mean he declared everyone a homosexual?
No, he said that the blessing was for everyone, right? Anyone can be blessed in life. It doesn't mean they constitute the sin.
He just said everyone, though. What does everyone mean? What does everyone mean? Everyone means everyone. Okay. Boom.
He was talking about when a priest gives a blessing, which is not, you don't have to be Catholic to get a blessing. That which is big in South America where he's from. It's like a big deal to get a blessing from a priest. And
South America, aren't like everybody gay there? Or at least
well, is everyone gay in South America? In South America? I think so, right? Is that true? That's what the gay dude's asking. I don't think that's true. There's a lot of kids down there if everyone's gay.
Which is big in South America where he's from. It's like a big deal to get a blessing from a priest. And
South America, aren't like everybody gay there? Or at least accepting of gay?
Do you think it's gayer than North America?
By the way, I just figured I'd mention, like, the Catholic Church does state in its documents that homosexuality is a sin.
Nope.
Yes, it does.
But what's the gayest area in South America? Like Brazil? How gay is Brazil? Dude, Argentina. Or that's all I know down there. Guatemala. That sounds like an STD. Is that a country? That sounds like an STD. Guatemala. That sounds like guacamole or an STD. That sounds wrong. That sounds bad. I feel like I insulted someone down there. That's actually going to be a banned word in my chat. Guatemala. Don't say that word. That's offensive. It sounds offensive to me. Go and play. Brazil has tons of transgenders. Well, it's a country. Mackenzie, Guatemala is not a country. It's an STD. It's a condition. Come on, you're messing with me. You're messing with me. No, I don't believe that. No. Brazil has so many gays that they give out free HIV meds? Oh. Well, okay, so it's like California times 10. Wow. Huh. So what I really need to be careful of is going down to Brazil. Like, if I go down to Brazil, like, be very careful, right? Because just because they have breasts and a big ass doesn't mean that it's a chick. See, now Mackenzie's telling the truth. That's right. It's an STD. That's right. Peru has gay bars. You mean Mexico? I don't know what Peru is. Sounds like another Mexico to me. All right. Let's just play. You guys are just trolling me today. I mean, that's what's happening. I know Brazil and I know Mexico. Because there's Mexico and then there's Brazil, right? That's how it goes.
Nope. No. Show me the document. In the Catechism of the Catholic Church.
Oh, and then Argentina, because Madonna sang that song. Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. Madonna sang it. And I hear the Argentinians love that version. It's their favorite version. Down in Peru, they drink blended frog smoothies. Man, that's a fucked up part of Mexico. Okay? Yeah, don't go to Peru, Mexico, okay? They're drinking frog smoothies? What the hell, man? Frogs are cool, man. Just fat. They jump around. They eat flies. They look like just chilling all the time. Frogs are cool, man. Eating fucking sad. You know what? If you're a country and you're drinking like smoothies made out of frogs, I don't know if you should be a country. That's crazy. Kind of like if you're a country and your culture is to like bite cats and eat them and suck their blood, That's crazy. That's crazy there. You know, that's wild.
Church, it does not say that. It says it's disordered. In other words, that I think the, like, if you want to make the argument that, say, anal sex makes as much sense as vaginal sex, I think they're saying, like, no, that's not as natural. But that homosexuality itself is, it's neither right nor wrong. It just is a state that people are in. And that,
well, I would, if that's the case, then I would disagree with the Catholic Church, because I think homosexuality is a sin based off the Bible. But so, like, I'm not going to be mean to anyone.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If a young man
Ben has thought about
is,
this quite a
13
bit.
or 14 years old, and he finds himself, just kind of like saying, like, I feel attraction towards men, unlike other guys who seem attracted towards women. Are you saying that he has sinned at that point?
Say that. I'm saying, well, just a temptation is a temptation. Just because you have a back thought doesn't mean you have to indulge it into lust, or you have to indulge it into physical reactions. You don't have to do that. If you do lust, then you lusted. If you go and you have sex with that person, then you've committed homosexuality and adultery.
Yeah. So you said I think homosexuality is a sin.
Yeah, homosexuality is defined as a man lying with another man. That's the definition.
So when you say homosexual, you mean the verb of some sort?
You mean homosexual activity? You mean homosexual activity?
Homosexuality is someone who goes and has sex with another man, and that is a man.
Well, is pedophilia? If I have
whoa. Oh, Ben's gonna bring up. Oh man, we're already doing this. Okay. He does it all willingly. Okay. Well, okay. Good point about homosexuality. Well, but no, I don't think you understand my point. Let me go and let me draw another point using a PDF activity.
I'm a pedophilia. Like, in other words, I have this sexual attraction. That doesn't mean I do anything necessarily, right? And I'm saying it's disordered.
I've always seen that, like, historically, I've always seen that, it's not about necessarily sexual attraction. It's about activity between same-sex people.
Yeah. So actually, so then why do you say homosexuality is a sin?
Because that's what homosexuality is.
Let's agree on a definition. I'm gonna look this up real quick.
I'm telling you, I think that from my understanding, historically, homosexuality and homosexuals, both words, were used to define sexual activity between two men or two women.
The Oxford English Dictionary defines homosexuality as attraction.
That's why I said historically.
No, but just think of the word.
He said historically. Take your dictionary and shove it up your ass, gay dude.
Homo, same sexuality. It means you're sexually attracted to the same sex.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything about activity necessarily.
Yep. You don't have to be attracted to someone to fuck them in the butt.
If you want to be clear, because this is.
I don't know how you don't know this.
Yeah, that's true.
On semantics, because I disagree with.
Well, what about this? What about, like, prison sex?
I like how it says on here, discussion topic, future of capitalism, and we're talking about whether or not the Bible is condemning homosexuals or homosexual activity.
Someone engages in
Let me finish, please. What I'm trying to tell you is, I think there is a sin.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not banning anyone. I don't ban anyone. You're welcome to say whatever. The whole Guatemala thing. Yeah, I want to ban you for saying that. Okay, just know though. Don't be so insensitive to Mexicans. Okay. Don't. All right. Don't call them Guatemalans. Guatemala is an STD. Okay. That's what it is.
If you are going in and you are indulging lustful thoughts, or if you are committing an act of sex or sexual activity between another man and a man, same sex,
sure,
or a woman and a woman, I think that's what I've called that homosexuality. You can call it whatever you want, right? The Bible says a man shall not lie with another man, right?
That's right.
But lie with another man, it doesn't say a man shall not want to lie with another man. That's different.
And it says lie with another man. What if the other man's not lying with the other man? What if the other man is doing what if he's just not lying and he's not horizontal? What if he's, the plowing standing up? Is that gay? Is that a sin?
It also doesn't say that man shouldn't lie with men.
Well, yeah, it does say that's a sin. It's called lust. Jesus Christ says if anyone looks upon anyone lustfully and the intent to have sex.
Wait. So are you telling?
Wait, doesn't the Bible literally say that? Like, I thought it did. Or is that not true?
Are you telling me if you see I assume you're heterosexual. If you see a beautiful woman that you're not supposed to say, like, I feel a sexual urge towards her?
Well, if you say I want to have sex with her and you indulge on that thought, that's called lust. Do you know what lust is?
Yeah, okay, if you indulge on the thought. But I'm saying if you're just at the beach and you
What do
see
you
this
think indulge
bang
means?
and
Like, that means
beautiful,
dwell on a thought. Like,
yeah, to dwell. But I'm saying,
well, you can
wait, you can't. If lust is a sin, then how can you be fruitful and multiply, which is also something that's encouraged in the Bible, right?
say someone is beautiful, you don't have to say, man, I want to have sex with her. If you're saying I want to have sex with her, you're being lustful. It's lust.
well, let's say you see a beautiful woman with a great pair of tits, and you say, like, aren't you going to be?
That's also very different.
On two people are yapping at me. Who's one?
No, you got me. You got me. I was yapping.
Like, what I'm saying is, you see a beautiful woman in a bikini, and you would say, like, wow, that's sexually attractive to me. That doesn't mean you're lusting. That's normal.
Well, no, I didn't say that. I'm not saying that.
It's from this Matthew 5:28. But I say to you that whoever looks at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery. I think he's referring to married men. However, what's interesting is in the Bible, there's a lot of concubines, which are just like side pieces, communal side pieces that you can, well, it's communal, but no possession, like they're your asset. Well, they are your asset. But just because it's in the Bible, I don't think it actually encourages it. Like, there's a lot of incest in the Bible, but I don't think it's actually like encouraging it. It's just saying this thing happened, you know. So I think it's like, if you're a married man, you shouldn't be like, oh man, that chick's hot, I want to plow her. Yep, you're probably doing wrong. First of all, you are doing wrong. You're married. You're supposed to be faithful to your wife. There. Okay. Yeah. And also, Jesus would not approve. So there you have it. Yeah, you're double wrong. You're fucking over your wife, and then you're also fucking over your life, your afterlife. You're going to hell. Or at least you're going to have to answer some questions at the gates. Hopefully they let you in.
It's lusting. But if you say, I want to have sex with her, or if you're thinking sexually, right?
Well, you are thinking sexually.
Saying, oh, she's beautiful. No, there's a
just
difference.
Wanting to sin is a sin. Man, I'm never getting in then.
If you're saying I want to have sex with her versus saying, oh, that is a beautiful woman.
All right, well, let's try this.
Different.
Let's try this.
Sex is true.
And I see a surfer guy, and I would say that is a handsome man. That is a handsome young man. He's like, got whatever, right? Tan, blonde hair. I mean, this guy is like.
Let me read that one. Mamacita, Abraham had concubine, and Islam happened and led to Bush. That's right. Okay. Like, led to the burning bush or George Bush? Is that like a new edition of the Bible where George Bush is in there? I heard that was coming out. Or George Bush and Moses, they meet up. I heard about that. It was supposed to be like the American edition of the Bible. I can't wait for it to come out, dude. Even George Washington makes a cameo, okay? Great. Thomas Jefferson, though, he's too busy plowing the concubines. Ooh, the slave ones. Well, I guess they're all slaves. Isn't a concubine like a sex slave, or is it just a hoe? How does that work? The sad story in the Bible is the one where the concubine gets all cut up and all the pieces of her body are sent over to all these other people. That's real sad. I feel sorry for her. Our Lord and Savior came from a concubine. Get with it. Oh, and Mama Sita, thank you. Thank you for educating me.
A kind of Adonis. Okay, I'm saying that's a beautiful young man. Now,
yeah,
would it be the same?
That's not lust.
Okay, that's not lust. I'm not saying I'm gay, but I'm saying I can see how he's
concubine is a sex slave. Okay,
but now if I as a heterosexual, I'm looking at a woman.
It's kind of like
it's not the same.
A man's beauty.
Well,
Yeah,
it's the same. If you're looking
No,
at
I'm
somebody,
also
you're
saying like that's
acknowledging,
where
you know,
my dick belongs.
I can't.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, it doesn't. The Bible says it's giving over natural relations with
No. I'm saying if I see a woman, if I see a beautiful woman, I am heterosexual. If I see a beautiful woman, I'm not going to have the same like sort of appreciation of her beauty as of the man. I'm also going to have a sexual feeling, like, you know.
Well, yeah, but there's a difference between like being aroused and like and also going and saying in your mind and like, oh, I want to have sex with her. I really want to fuck this woman. That
Okay,
is
being aroused. Okay, so you're saying it's not a sin to be aroused,
but
aroused by someone sexually, right?
Like it's because it's a physical reaction, right? It's sin when you indulge on those thoughts and you grant those thoughts access in your mind. It's like, and you start thinking about it, right? When you start thinking, oh yeah, I want to have sex with that woman. That's
let's say this.
I don't know what passages he'd been reading in the Bible. I don't like those passages, so I'm going to, that's what people are, right? Yeah, I don't like that one.
Say because you have that arousal, you want to interact with her, and let's say you're not married or whatever, right?
This is so simple. Like, why are we going into like
the Bible says if you're not married and you do it with a woman, then you're married with her.
The Greek uses the Greek in the New Testament has always gone into the idea of having a desire to covet sexual desires with a person. That's what it is. It's called lust.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're saying arousal is not lust. Arousal is not lust.
Being gay right now.
Let's go back to the gay. So
Matthew 5:27-28 says, "You have heard that it was said, you shall not commit adultery." But I say that
going back to the gay.
But wait a second. So
going back to the gay. Yeah, let's go back to gay. The Bible talk has really wanted me to go back to gay. I that's real.
So if a gay guy sees the beautiful young man and he feels aroused, he's also not sinning by that, right?
I didn't say you were sinning. I'm saying I meant saying a temptation is a sin, right?
A temptation is not a sin.
It doesn't matter. The world, Ben, I can't get 5 words out.
Yeah, see, like I don't understand that. Like how is temptation a sin? Like, hold on. Let's say between two single people, there's no marriage. How are you supposed to mingle and date and fuck and all that if like lust is a sin, temptation is a sin? Like how are you supposed to do it? You know? What? I there's only one other option I could think of. And it's not TOS friendly. There's no lust. There's no temptation. So that means you have to just do it without any. Whoa, hold on. Without even lust, how do you get hard? Like if you say you're aroused by someone and you want to bang, aren't you already engaging in lust? I think the lust passages are about if you're a married dude. That makes the most sense in that context. And apparently, I guess it's okay to lust for sex slaves, concubines, because like there's a lot of that.
So I can't.
You said okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Is a temptation a sin or not?
Well, no, of course, temptation's not a sin.
A Quaalude consumption. Well, if you took Quaalude, and then I think that would be involved. Yeah, you're supposed to get married before lusting. Oh, that's right. Oh man, you're supposed to get married before. Oh man, I've already sinned, dude. I've been living in sin for like most of my like 20s. Man. So much sin. It's so much of it. Oh man. My whole life was a sin, do you think about it? So like if that happens, if most of your young adult life was sin, but like let's say for the next, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 years, you're like married and you're faithful to your wife. Does that outbalance the bad? Like when you're judged at the gates, I mean, how harshly are they judging you? I need to know this. I mean, one of you guys had to have had like a near-death experience and had seen the light at the end of the tunnel and have had the chance to communicate with what's the angel that's at the gate? You think I know? I don't teach Sunday school. Come on, man.
You sin when you grant it access, when you allow it to, continue and you indulge
I
it.
taught Sunday school one time, and that was it. And then I was banned from teaching Sunday school. I told him the Jews killed the Messiah. But I did.
Sure. Okay.
Lust is understood as a desire and a craving, right? When you're
No,
craving
no, it's an inordinate desire. That, like, in other words,
no, that's not what the Greek says. The Greek uses the word.
Well, if we're worried about the Bible, we should talk about Hebrew.
Well,
I accept the gift of salvation, and you're fine. Okay, did I take?
Really?
Then I accept the
This word
gift.
literally means like a strong desire.
typical
or craving.
gay.
I think I accept the gift. Believing in Jesus and that He died for our sins. I believe in that. I do. Like, it's not a bit. I do believe in that. That's not a joke.
Doesn't even know the language.
Damn.
This is the word it's used. Like this is talk.
Wait,
So
what-
busy sucking
Ben, what
cock, you don't
language
even
was the New
figure out what the New
Testament
Testament is written
originally
in. What's that?
I said, what language was it originally written in?
The New Testament.
The New Testament was originally written in Greek, and the Old Testament was written in Hebrew.
Yeah.
The
And
New
you know what?
Yeah. And Greek is known for what? I think Ben's going to say the same thing.
They said about the
originally
Greeks. You know what they said about the
in
Greeks?
Greek?
Yep.
The Greeks
What?
were homosexual, 100% homosexual, because they thought women were beneath having sex with.
Yep. But here's the deal, like Ben.
And they loved the kids. But everyone back then loved the kids. I mean, your life expectancy was what back then? I mean, dude. Anyway, moving on.
When you say I'm a homosexual, like you're taking upon the identity. And
I didn't say I'm a homosexual.
Homosexuality. I'm not saying you are. Oh my goodness.
No way.
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying as an example, like.
But if I was, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Jeez, I can't.
It'd make my life a lot easier. It'd make my life easier in a lot of ways.
Unlearn.
Yeah,
It's so
you
much
wouldn't
easier
have
to
race
talk to
around.
gay guys.
I'm really trying to explain this honestly, like really.
Sure.
Right. When you start calling yourself "I'm gay" or "I'm a homosexuality," if you say that, you are granting it and you're permissing it.
Okay.
That's
I'm a
not permissible
homosexuality?
biblically. Just because you have
That's
the
like me saying I'm a murderer and
All right,
therefore
I've
I've
given up.
murdered.
All right, I'm not going to talk anymore. There's no point. Y'all are trolling.
I mean,
No, go ahead.
Rage
They're
baiting, I
asking
can't-
legit
I mean-
questions.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Listen, Alcindor,
Okay,
here's what I would say. If you say...
Why did I get muted? What did I even get muted for?
I didn't do it.
it's happening. Ben is about to lose his friend, I think. Ben is about to lose his friend.
Ask the F-slur.
Who titled this
that's
"Join
right.
Equals
That's
Gay"?
I love calling myself.
Hey, you take it easy,
Why did I get-
Moonstone.
why did I get
A
muted? I didn't do
Moonstone.
anything.
Yeah,
This
you
guy's
did. You
hilarious.
guys-
You have a good one,
Molly,
man.
Molly, can you be...
No,
Molly, I
Ben,
think you're
can you
hilarious.
stop talking over people
Okay.
for 2 seconds, please? I can't hear other
Molly,
people.
I'm a media figure, and I would like for you to be my gay partner, let's say.
Yeah, I was messing around a lot tonight. All right, we'll be more on point.
Oh my God. This guy's gonna be trolled.
Nah.
But no butt sex. No butt
Why
sex.
did I get muted? Why did I
You're
get muted?
really you're unmuted and you're obsessed about that. Keep talking about it. You'll stay muted.
Why did you mute me? Why?
Great. You can't follow instructions. You're staying muted. It's that simple.
Molly, come on. Sweetheart.
Okay. I'll stop being petty.
Explain why did you mute me? I would like to know. Like for what reason?
Like I said, you can keep talking about it, or we can move on.
I can move on. I just want to know why. Because I find it incredibly rude and disingenuous. Like I'm trying to have a good faith discussion. I can't get 5 words out. No one in here wants to take the discussion seriously. And you
I'm
want to have a
taking it
serious conversation.
seriously.
Wait, I said I wanted to have a serious conversation. I said I wanted to have a gay one.
Yeah, this is called gay chill. I mean, you can't really beat up on the gay dude. Molly! Fucker.
I didn't do anything. He left because he got fed up.
No, but Molly, this is my point. Guys like him, they need to talk to guys like you. You see what I'm saying?
Be a little bit impossible, friend.
No, but don't you think I probably think this guy has some confusion in this department.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make a lot of personal.
I thought he was going to say daddy issues. I thought he was going to say this guy does not have a good relationship with his dad. I thought he was going to say that. I swear, man, we could do like a whole bingo thing with this. That stuff that Ben says.
No gross on Discord.
If you didn't fucking alienate him, maybe he would. Yeah. A lot of these type of guys who are right wing are closeted, and those people
you got me
suck.
there. Why else would he join? Fuck.
Why would you go to a gay bar if you're straight? Well, I could ask myself the same question too.
Right? Like, right?
I'm curious. Do you think I am? See, I'm bi gay curious.
No. Well, if
Yeah,
you
he
are,
does.
You're pretty secure as a person, so.
Oh, you think I am?
I said you might be, but if you
might.
I think you're not straight, but if you are, you're very secure.
Yeah, like Ben. As far as when it comes to like gay stuff, I think Ben is like 6 beers away from being gay. You know, it's like situational gay.
Secure.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I would say that like the categories gay, straight, like there's a lot of fluidity within them. You know what I mean? Like I like women who are kind of very strong women, so that would make me a kind of straight bottom sometimes. You know,
straight bottom.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so real.
Don't you think there are those?
Does Ben want to be dommed by a mommy? He wants to be mommy dommed.
Saying, yeah. After you made your point, I would definitely. I don't know. I do not have the energy to deal with whatever that was back there. But you had a point. People like that need someone to talk to.
Well, because I think a lot of times they're more conflicted sexually than they let on. Because those don't you have any? I'm not saying you have to do. Don't you have any concern for these Pulse nightclub type people? Aren't there a lot of Gen Z boys that are like these kind of Pulse nightclub people that have been to the nightclub, that online, that look at the, you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying?
What?
Self-loathing. Isn't that the worst kind of gay?
I've heard this line before in reference to Lalo. Huh. Weird. I wonder if Ben is thinking about Lalo right now. I wonder if Ben's gonna bring him up. Is Lalo gonna be mentioned? Good night, Moon Soon. Good night. You take it easy, man. Yeah, Ben is happy. Yeah, he's in his element. And these are the intellectual conversations he's wanting to have.
Wait, what?
You know, self-loathe men who have attraction but don't deal with it because they don't want to deal with it, because they tell themselves that if I say I have same-sex attraction, then hetero men will make fun of me, right? So, but like that's not an okay place to be. If you want to suck a dick, just like it's okay. Just say I want to suck a dick.
Yeah.
It's not. What you do with that is up to you.
Would have taken us all day to get to with that last person.
I know, and that's why. That's what.
And I don't have the energy for that ever. It's just.
Ben has the time for it, though. The time and the energy for a 3-hour conversation. Talk about how someone is in the closet.
Hey, listen to me. I want to be proclaimed a gay martyr, okay? Because I took a kid like this, a very attractive Hispanic kid. That's my daughter. She's here with me here.
Hello.
Hello. She and I took this kid to West Hollywood to the gay clubs. And
Stop saying kid. Stop saying kid. It makes it sound worse. Okay.
I was like, it might be interesting just to see how this kid reacts. I couldn't get to sleep that night because the kid freaked out from like a half hour at a gay bar, and we were all gonna like sleep in the same room at this hostel, and I couldn't even get any. He was 8 hours. He wanted to kill me. He wanted to start a fight and all this kind of stuff. So I feel like I'm dealing with his homophobia
just to back
on your guys' behalf. So I would like to get some props for that.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? I took it up the ass in a sense.
Oh, totally.
For the
Mamacita.
Your thoughts?
Wait, I have a question. Why do you think my dad is gay?
So gay.
Wait, why not? Out of all the discords, he joined the gay chill discord. How about that as starters?
Oh my gosh.
No, he said
gay, but all I said was I don't think you're straight.
What would your guess?
Wait, Grace, can you please quote the whole thing, and I'm going to take a smoke. He said, "Or you're amazingly secure."
He did say that,
okay.
Yeah.
All I said was not straight. That doesn't mean gay. Come on.
It could be bi curious. A 6 beer curious, honestly.
Like bisexual, maybe?
Maybe, or something, or what's the word? Maybe just attracted to some forms of femininity. maybe some forms of masculinity, a nice little mix.
Yeah. He what was I gonna say about my dad? He has had gay guys hit on him, and he said that him and my mother were like, they're in the middle of a divorce, but they were never married. Long story. Anyways, I know that's not.
They're in a middle of a divorce, but they were never married, never married at all.
Crazy, but long story. But he said that he's had gay men hit on him, and he wishes women could hit on men like gay men hit on men because they're just so much more upfront and honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think that means?
I think it's a missing qua.
What does that mean?
Like there needs to be, like, I don't know how to describe it, but if you come across an example, you know you've come across one.
I stream with my dad, and I've had various men who pretend to be interested in me, but honestly, almost all of them I've ended up saying are gay in some form or another. It's a crisis for people my age. I don't know how old you are. I'm 22.
Is Dalmatian Dog one of them?
So, I mean, a lot of guys my age are, I don't know if they're gay per se, but they're not straight. You know what I mean?
Grace, they try to make moves on you.
How
are they gay?
They have no idea what to do with a woman. They have no idea. They crave male affirmation.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't know if being clueless counts as gay, but hey.
You don't know if being what?
I said I don't know if being clueless counts as gay.
Well, no, but it's more than just clueless, because, like, yeah, there is the kind of guy who's just clueless around women, but, like, these guys, like, they want male affirmation, and female affirmation to them is, like, I don't know, I think it has to do with porn. It's like, yeah, if I get a girl to have sex with me, then, like, I feel validated, but, like, her as a human being, I'm not really interested in. You know what I mean? I feel like that might not be gay, but it's not fully straight.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I didn't quite follow how we got to where we did.
What I'm saying is, like, well, the point I've always tried to make to these guys is, like, if you're straight, you like women. You don't just like having sex with women. You like women themselves. You know what I mean? But a lot of these guys...
Not necessarily.
Well, what do you mean?
Yeah, dude. Grace, there's a lot of straight dudes who really do not like women when they talk, okay? All right? There's a lot of dudes that just live in their garage because when they're in the house, they have to listen to the wife. Okay? Hell, I'm in my shed right now. Okay? But before I did this, guys, I actually had a conversation with my wife. And I was talking to her about what? Her feelings and stuff like that. Because that's what they like. And if you have those conversations, guess what? They suck your dick. Just like that. Just like that. So all those guys who complain, those married guys complain that no longer get BJs, well, take a shower and talk about your feelings. And then they will. Yeah. Yeah, see, that was real education right there.
Straight just means you're attracted to them, women, if you're a guy, right? You don't really have to like someone to be attracted to them.
Well,
unfortunately.
I understand that. You can have just casual sex. Right. But if you don't want to be friends with a woman, but you want a woman to pleasure you sexually, I would just say you don't really like women because women want to get to know you. Like, sure. You know what I mean? You're more of like a sex addict at the very least. You don't have to say gay, but like you're more of a sex addict than you are interested in women per se. You know what I mean?
Or like you might think you're interested in women, but you have a lot of internalized misogyny to unlearn.
I wouldn't say misogyny. There was another term. It's called being a chauvinist. I mean, that's kind of more appropriate here. But, you know, because immediately we jump to misogyny, which is like a flat out like hatred of women. I mean, some guys may be like that. Some might be more like something else, you know?
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if it's internalized. I mean, I know that like a lot of conservative guys have. I don't know if they have internalized.
Yeah, Hurricane,
I don't know.
yeah, she doesn't know what lane to be in.
Like they just think women are stupid. Yeah, I've seen that. I've come across it. Like women are just, you know, holes to be filled or whatever. Right. I don't think a lot of people seriously hold that opinion.
Right. That's why I called it internalized. Like they don't think they think it, but it does come out in some form sometimes if they've come across it when they were young.
Yeah, I mean, the whole red pill thing is pretty much, I would say, generally misogynistic. Even though they claim they're not, and they just say that's the reality about women, but like, they're anti-women. You know what I mean?
I think I know what you mean. I'm just not familiar with the red pill thing outside of the Matrix.
Oh, thank God. No, I've been so deep in the red pill waters. It's this thing about like, women want a guy who's rich. They don't care about your emotions. If you're not rich and handsome, they don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, that's stuff right there, which is weird because I was never rich, you know? Never once in my life was I ever really rich. But my buddies either. And that's weird too. My neighbors, they have wives. They're not rich. So you don't have to be rich to get a girl. Okay, at all. Like if you listen to the red pill guys and you really take it to heart, like red pill stuff, it's kind of like, it's like incel bait. Okay, they're not really doing them any favors either. They're really just kind of reinforcing in their head that it is impractical, impossible, and just never going to happen because every woman out there is just like a gold digger or whatever. And there's a lot of women like that, sure, and you can find a lot of TikToks, ladies like that. Those loud and obnoxious women that are like, have like crazy ideas. Of course, they're going to say their crazy ideas on TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that. They're going to go on the whatever podcast and say they're nonsense. But those aren't the ladies that you're looking for anyway. Like you can have a healthier outlook on it. Anyway. Yeah, that's right, Chad. You don't have to be rich to hook up with a chick. That's right. Just have a job, man. That's kind of the start of it. Have a job. Have some money. All right. But you don't have to be rich. No, man, you could. Anyway, let's move on. About to say you could be homeless.
They use men for money and then dump them and go on to the next one. And
Thank you,
some of
Mackenzie.
that is true, but also it's exaggerated. And it's a response to feminism. And feminism is saying men just want to use women for sex. They don't actually care about them. Once you get old, they dump you and go for the newer model. It's just sexism on both sides.
Sounds like different waves of feminism have different points.
That's true too. Different types of feminism have different points. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying generally waves of feminism have different points.
Yes, Grace.
Right. Like the first wave, I think it was like we want equal rights, and then I can't remember. But it goes from like we just want some equal rights to like we should kill all the men, and they just get more extreme in the different waves.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, to a certain extent, yeah. I used to be interested in gay stuff though. I'm straight.
I think Grace is waiting for Ben to come back. That nervous laughter right there.
Straight, but I don't know if it makes you not straight as a female. But I used to watch gay porn, and I even wrote some gay erotica at a certain point. But I don't really know if I don't.
That's right. Totally forgot about that. Grace wrote gay erotica before.
I don't know if I knew much about what being gay meant. I just liked the idea of having two guys. You know what I mean? Like the more the merrier.
Like at the same time?
Can you relate to that at all?
Hey, shit,
I'm telling him about my gay erotica. I don't know why. I just found it interesting. Like, when you're like 13.
Hey, man, another example that you don't need money to get a girl. Man, I was like, working at Blockbuster. And I had a girlfriend. And there was a girl there that was kind of like curious. Long story short, two chicks at the same time. Now, were those two chicks, or were they like tens? No. No, we're talking about Alvin, Texas, okay? A little town. But it was a cool experience, I'll just say that. And all it cost me was a bottle of Goldschlagers. Yeah. It was cool.
14, you don't really want to see like the women being involved. You just want to see as many guys as possible.
Well, it's not wrong to be into penises if you're a heterosexual female.
No, I'm not saying it makes me gay. Obviously, it would make me even more straight.
When I was in my adventuring on the internet age, I was an egg, so I don't think I had the same adventure as you.
What do you mean?
You were Mackenzie?
Egg?
I was an egg. It's like someone who's
Blockbuster.
trans,
Yeah,
they don't realize it yet.
Rest in peace. Right.
Oh, you're
no
trans?
more late fees.
Yeah.
I thought. Oh, that's why your name was Molly. I thought it was because you Molly people.
But I would be so cooked.
But wait, gay is not trans.
Wait. So you're trans, male to female, right?
What?
You're like M
You're a
to F.
trans
M to
woman.
F. You're a trans woman.
Right, I'm a trans woman.
So how are you gay?
Wait, so are you attracted to men or women?
I'm gayer than you.
Well, I'm also non-binary, so I'll just say whatever I'm attracted to, it's going to be gay.
Join equals gay.
that is kind of confusing. He's a trans woman. Let me do this for you though. The math is this: 2 penises equals gay. Okay, I don't care what they say. They could say they're trans. They could say they identify as this, that, and whatever. If they have a dick and the other person there has a dick and they're playing with the dicks, it's gay. Let's just call it what it is. Okay? It's very simple math.
You mean just like the wait, so you just mean like you're queer. Like
Sure,
overall.
I'm going to be honest, I'm unclear of what queer really means.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me as well. When I first man, back in the college days, so we were going around to these different booths for this thing, and there's this form that said like how you identify, and it said gay, bi, and all this stuff, and then it said queer. I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Why is this here? And they're like, well, it's queer. It's like, isn't this a slur? Like my buddies and I used to call each other queer all the time in high school as an insult. And they're like, no, it's not used that way. I was like, what do you mean it's not used that way? It was used that way all the time. You queer and queer this, you know? That's what it was. You know? What are you guys trying to embrace it, like to take it back? I was legit asking that question. I was so confused. Man.
A few meanings behind it.
That's why we're both Qs. We're questioning.
Well, but I'm just curious. Do you like men or women or
LGBTQ.
both? Do you like both men and women or just men or just women?
Yeah, rest in peace, Blockbuster.
I'm not really.
If I was
worried
taking
about
shots
someone's
tonight,
gender.
that would be a shot, but not doing that.
Okay.
It makes no difference.
I mean, I'm more on the asexual spectrum, so as long as I get to know someone, I'm going to be interested in them eventually.
I tell you what, though,
Oh, don't they have a word for that? Like
I will
demisexual
chug
or
this
something?
water bottle.
Yeah.
When you only like you're attracted to personality. Like you can only have sexual feelings towards someone once you get to know them.
I think we need to have
something like
another
that.
gay in here because I think they'd say that you're not gay.
He
I'm gayer than you.
catfished us.
No, that's cool.
She
I'm
catfished
literally
us.
just-
She catfished us. My bad.
I'm literally just using gay as a blanket term here.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Oh, the gay blanket.
I did set
Oh,
it to join equals gay.
man, they tricked Ben with the gay blanket, with the blanket strategy. You know, that's like what the Europeans did with the Native Americans. You know, trick them with the blanket, just like that. Yeah.
The gay people join roundtable and stuff here, so you know.
Well, don't you think that Al Cinder or whatever his name was, like coming in here, is showing that he's like curious? Because why would you go into gay chat if you just wanted to talk about like capitalism? What does that have to do with it?
Yeah, that was weird.
But
And
he
I
knew
was
me
doing
from
something, so I
before, but
wasn't
then he
about
saw
to,
me
like-
at a gay bar and was like, oh, I'll talk to him about capitalism in the gay bar. And it's kind of like, well, kid, I mean, it's a gay bar. But then we did talk about,
I mean, economics sounds like a
homosexuality
gay
and-
conversation.
I think acted like an F slur a little bit.
Yeah. He freaked out.
Yeah, I mean, I think he got a little bitchy, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's my voice chat. And I just didn't want to put up with that.
Yeah.
So.
But I think, let me ask you this, because when you were trying to figure things out, at some point, did you always know that like things were off? Like, well, I don't want to say off, but that things were that you were abnormal in that
Things
area.
always felt wrong, and then once I had the vocabulary for it, I knew. But also, I grew up in like a fundamentalist conservative household, so I couldn't come out, so I had to repress all that shit. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. See, that's what I'm saying is. So if you had met someone, you probably met someone online who helped you get the vocabulary.
Oh, I definitely was.
Oh, I see Hurricane Power.
I learned the
That makes
vocabulary,
sense.
I think, more first.
Let me move the chat to this monitor.
You didn't talk with people who were like used
Here.
the vocabulary online.
So I don't have
You
to
just
look
sort of
over
watched
on the
it
other
past it.
monitor to say the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. But what I'm saying is,
my DMs were monitored as a kid. I couldn't get away with that.
Oh, interesting. I find that very interesting.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, sunglasses on or off?
Like a conservative
Be honest.
fundamentalist family.
Be honest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's extreme, though. It's kind of.
I've heard people like my blue eyes.
I don't, especially with boys. Like,
but I'm not
boys,
sure.
Like, you're going to monitor your son into
into
your teenage years. It seems.
Well,
weird.
because your son would be the one watching porn or whatever.
Yeah, but like generally, it's the girl you're worried about because you're worried about getting pregnant. What's going to happen to a guy?
Oh
yeah, the porn will definitely get you pregnant.
Internet pregnancy, e-pregnancy. It's a thing. It's a thing.
You can download a child.
What?
Where are you guys from?
Oh, hey, someone joined. Howdy. Figment Steroid.
Hey.
We're from Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
My daughter and I are from Rhode Island.
What about you?
I did not hear you. Where are you from?
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, United States.
United States.
New England.
United States.
So Figment.
I'm from Algeria.
Oh, okay. No, it says join equals gay, but Molly is transgender, and I'm claiming to be straight. So
Yeah.
Gays.
This is official. We're officially just probably gay.
We're gay adjacent.
Everyone here,
We're gay adjacent. How about
As south to the west,
everyone here is an honorary gay adjacent.
Is it going to translate to growing their channel? We'll see. They're kind of like in a rebuilding period. Well, all they can do is try, right? That's all they have. We'll see.
But my point is, coming from that background,
Hurricane,
I think it would have been interesting for you to have met someone who was, let's say, broadly in the queer category, to feel validated.
I would love to grow up with someone who had some representation in that area.
Yeah, like you had an uncle or a teacher or something like that. But then your parents would probably accuse that person of grooming you, right?
Oh yeah, no, they would not let that person near me.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I am a Christian, and I don't see that as being a problem because.
Yeah, that's why I said they were fundamentalists more than Christian.
Yeah.
They were just fundamentalist and conservative, and they also really liked going to church.
Yeah, and what was their view of sexuality?
Whatever the Bible.
Chet, if your son, let's say your 15-year-old son had a friend that was gay, would you have a problem with that?
Bible said, or their interpretation.
But it sounds kind of negative.
It was very negative. Probably still is. Like, I don't talk with them, so.
Really? Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Because they.
I mean, one of them watched Star Trek and got better, but the other didn't. So, if you know what I mean.
Star Trek liberated them from fundamentalism?
A little bit.
Really? Interesting. How so?
Because it's like what the show is for. It's like, oh, we'll accept people even if they're different, even if they're, aliens, or if their society is run differently.
It's kind of a utopia.
That sounds like anime at this point. Accept everything, even if they're aliens. Okay. Oh yeah, no, McKinsey, no. Yeah, the eyes are doing a lot better, for sure. I mean, full disclosure, I just wear the sunglasses inside because it's the Radio Shock Jock look. But it's kind of it's kind of dumb. That's just me being honest. Maybe too honest.
That got through to one of them.
It's kind of a utopia of acceptance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You're trans. I was just thinking about this today. I have a question. My mom is like 53 and she grew up in the 80s. So like there really wasn't this like trans gay stuff. I mean, there was gay like acknowledgement gays or whatever, but
trans was totally
trans there was no concept
Nobody
of trans.
talked about it. Yeah.
And
well, there was the Lou Reed song "Take a Walk on the Wild Side." That's about it.
Right, but those were more like transvestites. This idea of like being transgender, I just don't think was really a thing.
There was
especially not for
Clockwork
women.
Orange. There was
Especially
a
not for
Clockwork
women.
Orange
Definitely
person.
less talked about.
But it was like extremely like something that happened in Switzerland twice.
Yeah. Well, I was just wondering if you would say this would like meet any of the criteria for being a trans man. I was just thinking about it literally this morning. My mom used to wear my dad's tighty whities and men's jeans and men's t-shirts. like for a lot of my life.
Called having style.
It's just called what?
I think that's just called having style.
Whitey tighties though, you have a pouch.
My dad's underwear. I mean, I could totally, I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong. It doesn't have anything to do with being trans, but.
Boom! Courtney is a trans woman. No.
I mean, that sounds like a whole set of conversations that maybe someone can have. About.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Why would?
I know.
Well,
I know. I was interested in my mom's clothing and my sister's, but
yeah,
I don't know if that's related necessarily. Because transvestite and transgender are so different.
Right.
But you can like cross dress and not be gay, or even be trans. You can just cross dress. You know, there's guys who do that. How do I know about that? Moving on.
Right. But if someone, let's say sexually, imagines themselves as the opposite sex in order to achieve orgasm, that would seem to be an indication that they're not quite at home in their sex. Their gender and their sex seem different.
Luckily, I can pussy out of answering this by saying I'm not a mental health professional. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, you're not a trans man, so it would be a different experience.
Yeah.
Right? How would I know how a man thinks?
Right, exactly. Not everyone has. Not everyone has. Just because.
Not to mention, yeah, every individual has a different schema of what it means to be each gender.
True, true. She could just be a very masculine woman or whatever.
Right.
But
yes, Courtney, the very masculine woman. You know, she loves to do masculine things like I mean, other than wearing Ben's clothes, I don't know what sort of masculine thing Courtney does.
I do think that would, just to me, I never thought about it, but I would imagine that it just seems to indicate a little bit of gender dysphoria. That kind of behavior.
approach is...
I never thought about it because, she's my mom.
Keep it simple, so that way it doesn't confuse me.
Isn't that how it works? Dysphoria?
Most people seek out things that bring them joy, and so the opposite of the dysphoria would be euphoria. But yeah, typically the people who get the therapy and the treatment are experiencing dysphoria, but that alone doesn't make them trans.
Wait,
gender
say that
dysphoria
again?
doesn't make you trans?
Gender dysphoria doesn't make you trans?
No. It's just something that you can experience whether you're cis or trans.
Yeah. Like a lot of kids have
Based off
dysphoria,
of-
and then it goes away.
Right.
So what exactly makes you trans?
If your internal identity doesn't line up with the sex you were assigned at birth, gender-wise.
But
Isn't it the same as gender dysphoria?
No. Identity and dysphoria are different.
I mean, if you have a concept of yourself that does not match your, I don't know, physical appearance, isn't it like the same as trans experience?
What? A concept of your...
Well, there's a form of dysphoria where you feel like you're a person without an arm, right? And you really want to cut your arm off. That's like anyone would say is dysphoria. Isn't that what that name came out of?
And they would also say, that's whacked out. That's crazy. That's insanity. That's what they would say, right? You try to stop that person. Whoa, bro, don't cut your arm off. That's your arm. No, it's not my arm. It's an alien arm. No, it's you, man.
Yeah. Dysphoria.
Isn't it dysphoria? Dysphoria is a form of stress.
That's kind of weird how you don't treat the other the same, right? A boy's like, I want to be a girl. I want to be a girl. I want to cut my dick off. It's like, what? I want to turn my dick into a vagina. It's like, you can't do that. You cannot do that. But the doctor said I can. It's like, no, they're going to mutilate it. They're going to cut it open. Yes. And sew it back inside you. Yes. And then it's going to be a wound. And that's what that is. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Whoa. Anyway.
Stress. I think dysmorphia might be how you view
Dysmorphia. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, dysmorphia.
Okay. Dysphoria is a profound state of unease or dissatisfaction.
Dysmorphia.
Dysmorphia is a person being obsessed with a perceived flaw in their appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about dysmorphia, not dysphoria.
Yeah, but no. body dysmorphia is something. Gender dysmorphia is not something. Gender dysphoria is distress caused by a mismatch between a person's gender identity and their sex.
Okay, we got the terms wrong. Okay.
How you're treated, how you're dressed.
We're learning something here. This is an educational stream.
Right.
Yeah.
Our friend Ruby says we have rejection dysphoria.
Yeah. But body
rejection sensitivity dysphoria. That's
desensitivity dysphoria.
Wait,
yeah.
That's experiencing stress when you perceive someone rejecting you socially.
Right.
I get that.
Right.
Yeah.
You mean you get that, or you like?
Or you experience that?
It's very common among neurodivergent people.
Hello.
Oh, we got a Jew in the chat. We got a Jew in there now. Unless they're a Jew that identifies as something other, I don't think that's happening here.
I'm extremely gay.
Holy shit! It's the other gay person. Hello.
Hello, Queen. Hello.
Hi.
A gay Israelite.
I don't think I'm extremely gay, but I'm wondering.
Hello, man. Hello, Ben.
You're wondering extremely gay?
I'm questioning.
Ben
I would
would
like
prance
to be gay.
around during a gay parade.
Questioning.
He totally
Ben,
would.
Different types of gays. Like, are you into more masculine men, more feminine men? Do you like femboys? Do you like penis?
Right, exactly, right. And I love the fact that there's so many different things there.
He has the voice too, man.
Very simple questions, you know.
I'm into I would like to be gay because, for the better communications, more straightforward sexual communications.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So, I don't really know if that's, but I'm not sexually attracted to men.
You prefer the way
that young Netanyahu was really hot.
He is he can be he was an attractive man, yeah. Still is kind of.
Might sound like you have an appreciation of mature communication style.
Straightforward. You know what I mean? Just saying
wait a second.
I want to give you a blow.
You mean gay forward? That's what you mean. Not straightforward. Get it right. You just microaggression.
Job is way better than 500 hours of texting saying ew, gross.
I'm thinking.
How do you guys feel about all American tobacco? No shots this stream.
That sounds a little bit neurodivergent. I don't think 2 criteria counts for a diagnosis, but curious.
Neurodivergent.
So he kind of has maybe a little bit of autism in the sense that he can't read the sort of more subtle social cues, and he just wants somebody to be upfront. Is that what you're saying?
I don't even know if that's it. I mean, I've noticed I get along with a lot of ADHD people because we just have a similar communication style.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, is that true? I have ADHD. It's amazing.
I think there was an experiment done where they had people with ADHD and autism play telephone.
Oh man, I've ADHD too, man.
And each
Am I a
group was
little
able
gay?
to successfully convey the message, but when they mixed the groups, the message got all confused.
Oh, interesting.
Molly, I tell people that we have ADHD. I don't want the attention, and I don't care.
What? I don't know if you have anything.
I also have gonorrhea. Do you have to tell people that?
Yeah, I gotta. Sorry.
Yes.
It's the law.
Of course.
Gonorrhea.
Attention. You don't want attention, but you have attention deficit.
Oh my god. Mind
True.
blown. Is this non-binary woman I'm hearing in the background?
My daughter is.
What, me?
Here.
Why do you think that?
What makes you think I'm? What makes you think I'm non-binary?
She has a low voice.
No,
for
okay,
female,
wait,
right?
hold on. No, explain. Don't give him any clues. What makes you
Yeah, Grace, you've been identified as non-binary by these gay dudes. They would know.
think I'm non-binary?
I don't assume gender, so you're non-binary. There we go.
No, that's a cop out.
It's not a cop out, darling. You're just non-binary. You let me know what you are.
Assume they're non-binary until they say otherwise.
Exactly.
But you said she was female.
So you said non-binary woman.
Yeah, you said non-binary woman.
Oh, you,
I love the mental Olympics you can do, friend.
Exactly, a non-binary woman.
What does non-binary woman mean? Aren't those kind of isn't that kind of an oxymoron?
Chad, that is a theory that other people have as well. I wouldn't be surprised. There's some stories. That would be a good conversation to have. I should try to reach out to Ben to see if I can just have an interview about his days.
I can say whatever I want. I have ADHD.
Oh, good grief!
I feel
Yeah,
like
as soon as
non-binary
this
woman
person joins
implies that you don't
chat-
think I'm very feminine.
No, I don't think you're very feminine.
Zionist, I think you're digging yourself a hole.
What makes you feel like I'm not very feminine? I'm just curious. I'm not offended.
It's the Zionism.
Because you're non-binary.
Because I'm non-binary? I'm not non-binary. You said I'm non-binary.
Exactly.
Wait a second. I'm getting
Zionist,
confused.
I know women are right about most things, but I think this time you got to take the L.
Do you think that IDF soldiers, female IDF soldiers, are attractive?
Oh, Grace, you take that L?
No, I call them beautiful, but I'm strictly penis. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Do you think IDF male soldiers are sexually attractive?
He's gonna say yes.
Absolutely.
What about
used to be one.
What about what those guys called? Hamas guys.
Hezbollah.
Oh no, they're not attractive. You know, they don't shave their pubes. They don't care about trimming anything. They're very.
They're savages. Oh, they don't even trim the pubes. They're not even washed. They're not even circumcised.
Filthy people.
That's probably true.
You're into a guy with shaved pubes?
Dude, do Muslims do a circumcision? I have no idea. I have no idea what they do, other than not eat bacon and pray like 5 times a day or something. I could not do that.
You feel like it kind of looks like raw chicken?
No, like trim. It has to be trimmed, you know, you got to manscape.
Oh my gosh,
you know?
thank you. Somebody said it. It looks like raw chicken.
Yeah, it's kind of feminine. I don't know.
Hey, but vaginas look like the alien from the movie Predator to me.
Right? Yeah, you can't really flex on penises if you have a vagina. As far as
No, but is that true, chat? Mackenzie, how do you feel about that? I guess what looks better? What's more photogenic, a vagina or a penis?
But no. But when they're shaved, vaginas look much better than penises. You got to be kidding me.
No, that's incorrect. If you're looking
out here like ding dong, your opinion's wrong.
If you're looking at a penis that's not circumcised and then it looks like a fucking skinny, little worm, then yes. But if you're circumcised and it's thick and it looks nice and it's like a boyfriend dick, it looks much better than a vagina. I've seen some very ugly vaginas and I still have nightmares about them today.
Oh, do you feel like the circumcision is kind of like a nice collared shirt?
Yeah, for aesthetics. Yeah, beautiful, gorgeous. Absolutely, 110%. Yes.
But what about the argument that
the gay meter
that wearing a sweatshirt
it's off the
gives you more
charts.
sensitivity?
I did not know this.
Never heard that?
No, I have not.
Well, I mean, obviously, if you got a sweatshirt on, you're going to be protected somewhat from weather. Whereas if you're in a collared shirt,
Not to mention, there's lots of nerves to force skin already.
But that's why you wear polyester underwears. There you go. Nice and warm.
Did you hear about that study where they put polyester pants on rats?
Oh no, but I love that.
Polyester pants on rats.
This other person, Figment Shrewd.
Yeah.
They're running out of gas in this conversation.
By the way, the Zionist, we were having a kind of serious discussion earlier.
Did I ruin it for all of you?
No. This used to be gay chill, and then Molly got a little uptight and said join equals gay. But since I came here when it was gay chill, it's still.
Okay. First of all, speaking of tights,
I'm grandfathered in on the chill.
Yeah,
aspect of it, yes.
speaking of very tight, though, I come from a family, a long line of tight men. So.
Oh no, are you
Tight?
actually gay? I thought that was
Well, if you joined, you might be a little bit gay.
Well, join
Okay,
does
why? You're
equal
also
gay,
gay
so.
because you join.
Yeah, if you join, you're gay.
Do the math. Do the math, bro.
I mean-
Do the math.
Yeah, do
That's
the math.
funny.
You're a homosexual. Just like us.
I did not come in
Ben.
when it was join equals gay. I came in when it was gay chill.
Ben's having the time of his life right now.
I don't have to do the
Records in
math.
the chat.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
enjoying
gay
this
chill, that's a big
way too
difference,
much.
yeah. Gay chill.
Well, it's not saying join equals gay. I mean, that's more mathematical.
Zionist, have you ever felt attracted to a man?
Yes.
What's the least desirable?
Figment Shroyd, you're not living up to your name, obviously. He's sitting there talking about the glories of penis. I've never felt attracted to a man.
Yeah.
Should I say attracted to a penis?
And let's just say Freud was definitely gay. I mean, the penis envy thing, which, by the way, I think, honestly, still has a lot of weight to it.
I mean, there aren't that many women with penises. Apparently, there's some, but not that many.
There's a lot of women with penises. A lot.
I mean, a large number, but relatively speaking, some.
Okay, what's the least desirable race? Man?
Like,
What the hell?
Well, ask the Zionist, and he'll say Palestinians, Arabs.
Wait, are
so
you a race realist?
That's the Zionism.
Oh, yeah. Ben will never come out of the closet. Yeah, well, Ben's probably going to hell for other things, so he might as well, right? Right? Wait. He believes in purgatory. He thinks he's going to go to purgatory. Now, he believes in purgatory. I don't think he's going to purgatory, okay? But keep that in mind. I'm not the one who's judging him at the end of the... Am I? No.
Well, I don't know if he's a Jew. Just because he's a Zionist.
Zionist, do you want mod? Is this man bothering you?
Yeah.
Is this gay man bothering you? JKY220?
Are you crying because you're not included in the conversation?
Clap back.
Okay, so what's the least desirable race then?
Hang on, JKY, are you a race realist?
Oh, yes, let's get into it. Race realism. Let's go. Let's do it. Race and gays. Let's do it, man. Which race is the gayest? What is the gayest race?
What does that even mean, man?
Do my I've been watching 12, 11. Oh, man.
My vote is for the Irish.
Man, it is it is a struggle stream today. But
although
I do appreciate
Irish
you guys in the
I
chat.
literally was asking a question. What do you mean? What am I gonna do?
I disagree with myself.
Yeah, exactly. Don't bother people like that, you weirdo.
What happened to Frigman
That's so
Soy?
crass.
He left.
Not bothering people
I
as
think he
you.
got bored.
Black.
Or he didn't like being gay. It doesn't say leave equals not gay, so whoever joins is gay.
Leave equals not gay. That is a Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, being only 13%, it really doesn't take a lot to make them the most, right?
Corollary? Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, you're back.
he's
You're
back.
so gay.
Okay. Wherever.
He joined
I think I
twice,
get
so
some
he's super
interesting
gay.
traffic. If I make it you join equals, I get to have your soul.
Oh, that's amazing. You can have my soul.
You have
How
one?
old are you, everyone?
I'm 53. My daughter's 22.
Mackenzie.
Oh,
yeah.
wonderful.
Serial killers can go to heaven, huh?
And are you both gay, like you and your daughter?
Jeffrey Dahmer's
I think she's transgender and she thinks I'm gay, but we both.
It's not
back up.
Are you both gay, like you and your daughter?
I think she's transgender and she thinks I'm gay, but we both.
It's not true.
Claim to be hetero. So.
Grace, roll with the joke. Roll with the joke, man. Roll with your dad's bits. Come on. That was wrong. That was wrong how I said that.
Good grief. This is a real topic. Let me tell you what.
It's very sexy.
I mean, she's gender fluid at the very least.
How is
Sometimes
that even
lesbian,
true?
Okay. Wait, notice Grace is now trying to play her pin trick. I wonder if she's... Well, first of all, the camera's not even on for them. Aren't they using OBS? There's a button that says start virtual camera. And you can use you can project your OBS onto your... Anyway. I did that earlier today with Dalmatian Dog. That was good. I do apologize for saying the F-bomb twice. But it was good.
Sometimes
No,
gay,
no.
man.
Say
Sometimes.
what? Say what? Like what does that even mean? What do I even do that's gender
So if you're
fluid?
gender fluid, that means you're a girl today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but do you have any proof that your dad is gay?
He joined the call.
I think,
Yeah, but not
I think
one of
calling
his
yourself
joint equals gay.
proof that you're gay.
He saw himself
It's
the
not-
penis.
I mean, he sent dick pics to gay men on Instagram.
That's true. But it was a limp. It was a flaccid dick pic.
Wait.
Isn't that all you have?
When you said that men are looking for approval of other men, you were sending your lip pics, so they would say, "Oh my gosh, it's so pretty."
Well, I had taken the limp dick pic or the flaccid pic. Limp sounds bad. Flaccid pic for.
Aren't all his dick pics flaccid? That's what I've heard. Not that I've seen them. Moving on. Oh, it was earlier in this stream.
my daughter's mother, my baby mama, let's say. And because I was trying to say, like, let's.
Yeah, you don't have to use OBS and Discord, but but they're streaming while they're doing this. That's why I was like, are they using OBS to stream? Because if so, you can still use. I know you can't use your camera since it's being used by OBS, but you can set out like a virtual camera, and it will work that way. Anyway.
Try to work this out. But then this gay guy said, I'm really attracted to you. I'll give you $100 for a dick pic. And I was like, oh, no, you can have these. I took them in another context. And he was like, that's fantastic. I really, enjoyed them. And I was like, great. I don't think that makes me gay. It just makes me nice.
Yeah,
show me or
sure. You're just really friendly.
Yeah.
I love how you're so open with your daughter. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. A lot of people have a problem.
I
Is there a
don't
name we
have.
should?
Yeah.
I just see you as a cool dad, to be honest.
I feel like I should have asked you your name.
Okay, wait. Do you guys want to?
That's why I get along with gay guys.
Do you guys want to see a picture of me and my dad, and you can decide which one of us is gay, and or trans?
Yeah.
and or. Okay. What's your name, by the way? Because we can't just keep calling you Ben's daughter.
They're gonna say the name. Oh, they can plug their channel. They can grow their channel. Here we go.
Grace.
Yeah.
Grace. Okay.
Okay, here's a picture from today. All right.
Okay,
let me see.
daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
One sec.
Oh, wait, do you have image perms?
I don't. I was just gonna put like an Imgur link.
Oh, perfect.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
You just got family pics on Imgur. Perfect.
No, I'm uploading it. Okay. Copy. Okay. Here we go.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
There you go. I sent in the side chat.
Wow. That's crazy. Who uses Imgur?
I was low-key expecting like a picture of some cartoon people, and like it wasn't gonna be real.
Work. It doesn't work when I click on it. Fucking Google Chrome. It doesn't work.
No, it just opened. It just opened.
Okay, so maybe no. I can see why your mom would wear your dad's clothes. He's got style.
Hey.
Yeah, look at that shark shirt that he's been wearing for like the whole week, right? It's just like, I think he's been wearing that for 2 weeks. No, I think the last stream he was just wearing a white shirt. But I've been seeing that shirt quite a bit though. It comes up, right? He kind of rotates. There's like 3 shirts he wears.
Doesn't it work for me?
Oh my god, you're such a daddy.
Uh-oh.
Style. Look
I visit Safari instead. No, it doesn't work. Your stupid link doesn't work.
Can I follow you on Instagram?
Grace? You want to follow Grace?
No, he wants to follow you.
Oh, me?
You're the daddy.
Yeah, he was calling you a daddy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. What is it?
Well, if we're guessing,
just friend him on Discord. He can send it to you.
Yeah. That's where I met the gay guy on Instagram that I gave the dick pics to. I think I may have given him a video too. But the video was a video of me. Grace, can you just mute yourself? Pleasuring myself
not listening.
Because a transgender woman who was very, very passing had asked me for it. Okay, come back.
She earned it by coming out early and doing well in her transition.
Mackenzie, it's his 4th of July shirt. Well, see it. Red, white, and blue. It's right there. Oh man, I wonder what they're gonna do for 4th of July. Are they gonna celebrate it? Or are they gonna hang out with neighbors and celebrate it? Cook some hot dogs and burgers? Probably not. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be busy. Friday, I don't see any streaming. Well, of course there's a well. Well, I mean, I've practically been streaming every day. I'm a part-time streamer now with my lovely 13 views. I do appreciate that. You know,
she
Grace,
was very attractive.
With having a father.
What? How do you be
Grace
very
is
attractive?
such a dad.
What did you say? I'm very what?
You're lucky to have such a dad.
I know. I know.
The hetero community.
What they don't know.
Not because he's hot, because he's liberal.
I'm a centrist.
And hot.
I'm a centrist.
He said you're hot. Say thank you.
Thank you.
For me.
That's why you're not gay. You're a centrist.
Why does Molly get to see you guys and not me?
Skill issue.
Hey, the Zionist, are you a gay guy or a transgender person?
So
a
I've been
transgender
thinking,
guy.
I've been thinking a lot about transitioning.
Mm.
It shrinks your penis.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Do you know the nitty gritties about that, or do you just think, well, okay, maybe a little. Fuck.
He's gonna argue it, but then he's like, okay, yeah, he has a point. Yeah.
Well, it would really shrink your penis if you replaced it with a vagina.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's mostly. Good one. I was gonna say it's mostly
He's like, it's small enough to be. It might as well be.
atrophy that shrinks it. Like if you're not getting boners and you're not stretching the spongy material, yeah, it's gonna shrink. It's gonna atrophy.
Mm.
If you play with it and stretch it often, it won't shrink.
That's not true. I had my consultation.
Oh yeah, it's gonna shrink it a little bit. Like them's the breaks.
You got to like use it, but even if you use it, it's possible that it won't shrink. But in most circumstances, 0.5 to 1 to 2 inches at least.
Wow.
Oh, not much at all.
0.1 to what?
Like half an inch to an inch, and it can even lose up to 2 inches. So.
Wow.
Oops, I meant to server mute him, but the echo was getting on my nerves.
You can server mute me. I find that hot.
You little freak, ain't you?
So, but
are we still guessing who's gay in the picture?
Yes,
so
yes.
in other words,
I want your analysis.
You having a big penis is very important to you. Wouldn't that mean you're not transgender?
You have to have a girl dick. What?
It has nothing to.
Mackenzie, I feel for your dog. I do. Yeah. We have a new dog, and I'm very curious what's going to happen during 4th of July. I already kind of have an idea what's going to happen. She's going to stay in the master bedroom, and we're going to she's going to be pretty much with my wife for support, pretty much. Like, I told you about the dog, right? Like, whenever my wife leaves, because when we got the dog, it's my wife's dog. It was like this little puppy that we got. And pretty much developed this attachment with my wife that is like, well, not so healthy. Like, I learned real fast that, oh yeah, like puppies, like dogs, well, if they have attachment issues, they will definitely exercise that. And like, you'll see it in real time. As soon as she leaves, she would go into the closet and look for something of hers that has her scent, grab it, and take it out to the backyard. And it probably chewed up and whatever. There's so much. It could be anything. In fact, the smellier the better. She started going through the dirty laundry. Oh, that shirt that my wife worked out in. Oh, the dog would be all over that. So we've had to for the whole duration, pretty much, had to kind of work her out of that. And it's gotten better. But what I'm saying is, during the 4th of July thing, with the fireworks going off, 100% that dog is going to regress, and be all about, Mommy, can you support me? Can you please keep me safe? These fireworks, like, what's going on? It's crazy. It's crazy out there, That's what's going to happen. Meanwhile, I'm going to be out there probably drinking with the neighbors, lighting fireworks, and trying to not get caught by the police while doing that. Whenever they roll around, be like, I don't know. We don't have any fireworks. And then, see what we can do. Because for some reason, on this side of the county, even though I'm pretty close to the county line where you can pop fireworks, I'm not close enough, Oh, that sounds pretty good, Mackenzie.
It has nothing to do with that. See, some people, it bothers them, to have a penis. It doesn't bother me.
That's why we were saying earlier.
We could watch some dog videos.
But if it was smaller, it would bother you.
What it means to be a different gender.
Yeah, exactly. See, and I would pass, Molly. You've seen me. You've seen me on webcam. Come on. You've seen me on webcam, Molly. Come on.
I have.
Are you a femboy then? Is that what that means? A femboy?
I think you have to be a boy to be a femboy.
Depends the days, though. Molly, you've seen me. Remember? Remember I was on webcam last time.
I meant like a feller.
Give me moderator, you sexy.
Give me moderator. Figment, I meant to server mute you because you had an echo. I didn't mean to disconnect you.
I meant to disconnect you though. As soon as I get moderator, I'm gonna.
You're so chaotic.
Make me moderator.
Wait, the Zionist, are you not a femboy? Do you not identify as a male?
I identify as a non-binary, demisexual, they, them, man, woman / it.
Whoa, dude, that's tough.
Whoa, what? I didn't hear all that. I wasn't. that was way too much.
Moderator.
No, I don't trust you. You're being very sus today.
No, just make me moderator so I can go on webcam.
Starters go down.
Oh. Normally it would work, but you know, your account has to be like, I don't know, a certain like.
Oh yeah, because you're so sus.
Silence.
Are you English Zionist?
I live in New Zealand.
New Zealand, really? Wow.
Yeah. My mother's from Tel Aviv and my dad is from Switzerland.
Ah.
Yeah.
And now you're in Israel?
No. I mean, I was a few months, not a few months ago, but like a few months ago before Hamas attacked. No.
Would you want to be there now?
Separation anxiety.
Well, dangerous.
Here we go.
No, in Tel Aviv, good. It's all good.
What did you see?
A break from the Thorps. Here's some dog content. Here we go. A demisexual. I don't know.
Is a common problem in dogs, where they become overly distressed when left alone. Helping a dog with separation anxiety requires patience and environmental adjustments.
Well, learn from the AI voice.
Here are some effective strategies to help ease your dog's anxiety. Dogs with separation anxiety feel more secure with a consistent routine. Keep feeding, walks, and bathroom breaks on a regular schedule to reduce stress.
Yeah.
This stability helps your dog feel more comfortable and confident. During training, avoid leaving your dog alone for long periods to prevent setbacks. If you need to be away longer, ask a neighbor or dog walker to help. Only gradually increase the time you're away as your dog becomes more comfortable with short separations. Before leaving,
It's kind of hard to do that when you have a job, you know? Hey, dog, I'm going to have to leave you here because I have to go to work. Please don't tear up anything. You know, they actually have they have music for dogs.
give your dog some exercise to help tire them out. Take them for a walk, play a game, or use a puzzle toy to stimulate their mind. This helps burn off excess energy, making it easier for them to relax when
And
you
it's
leave.
fun to watch them figure out those
A tired dog
those
is
toys.
more likely to settle during your absence. Create a cozy, safe space for your dog, like a crate or a quiet room. Add their favorite toys or an item with your scent for
Aw.
comfort. This helps them feel secure when you're away. A dog anxiety collar is a wearable product designed to help reduce stress and anxiety in dogs.
Is it really, or is it just another collar that's just called that?
Particularly during situations like being left alone, traveling, or during thunderstorms. Thunder is calming.
How is the special collar supposed to help them with their anxiety? I don't understand that. That just sounds like a gimmick to me.
Collar helps dogs manage stress from situations like separation, thunderstorms, and visitors. The collar uses a calming pheromone, similar to the one a mother dog releases when nursing her puppies, to reduce anxiety. It's drug-free and safely calms your dog's stress-related behaviors, such as barking or hiding, by releasing pheromones for up to 4 weeks. The collar is easy to use and works continuously, helping your dog feel calmer at home or on the go. Interactive dog toys for anxiety.
Yeah, but okay, so you're using like aromatherapy kind of for your dog. You're hoping that the pheromones will help. But if the dog is just like afraid, you know, if the dog is like, no, I'm going to go into that closet. I'm going to go into the dirty laundry to look for what smells like, essentially is the dog's mom. Okay. I'm pretty much the dog's dad. And she doesn't look for my clothes. You know, she looks for her mom's clothes.
Are specially designed to engage and distract dogs, helping to reduce stress and anxiety. The HIPAA treat dispensing dog ball.
Okay, those things are cool. It's cool to put like a treat in there and you throw it out in the backyard and try to, you know, you just watch the dog trying to figure out how to get the treat.
Is not only great for dental health, but also helps reduce anxiety in dogs. By engaging your dog in interactive play, it distracts them from stresses, reducing anxiety while promoting IQ training and bonding.
There we go.
The green ball can be filled with food, which keeps your dog entertained and focused, providing a positive outlet for their energy and helping to alleviate feelings of stress.
Right.
With time, your dog will become more confident, and you both can enjoy a more peaceful and happy relationship.
There we go. And because I'm an ethical reactor, this channel is called For Pet Lovers. Okay, there you go. I'll put the link in the chat. Ethical reactor here. Most ethical. And there you go. You learned something here today. Not everything we watch is Thorpe related, or just I guess disgusting.
See the rockets coming down?
Daddy, I'm coming.
Now we're getting back to Ben talking to his new gay friends.
Oh, fuck!
Good grief. Great googly and also moogly.
Son, is that you?
You having an orgasm? Molly, I need to go on webcam. Move your ass. Come
You
on.
really need attention that bad?
Yes, I do. Fuck.
I totally understand. Okay, you're a mod now.
The fuck doesn't it work when I can't stream?
Because you're not a mod. Why did you believe me?
I don't know.
Wait,
sexy
hold on.
slut.
They have TV for dogs? TV adventure videos to prevent separation anxiety. What? They have 12-hour music dogs love, relieve stress, offer comfort with rain sounds. Look at this. TV for dogs. Okay. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. That's beautiful, man. Music right there? It's probably copyrighted, so no music for us. Honestly, this whole video is probably copyrighted somehow. I mean, you could put our own music over this. Oh, look at that. Look at that dog. Oh, man, going camping like that would be cool. Hey, you don't have to be a dog to like this. I mean, this music right here, watching these videos, man, it's like dental office stuff, man. I like it. Is that dog about to mount the other dog? I don't know if we're going to get any of that. Okay. All right. We're good. All right. Back to the gay stuff.
Oh, hold on. I gotta go AFK.
We're doing 1.5 speed.
Go AFK. Don't. Ugh.
Now, would you two ever get together because you're different genders, right?
All right, I'm back, chat.
I mean, Molly identifies as Ratatouille.
Damn, calling me out. I see how it is.
Molly, you need to make me moderator right now.
I didn't even notice that on the Black Dog.
I think Ratatouille is kind of like a Jewish character. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's correct. Yes, it was made by an Israeli. Yes.
Is that right? Is that right? Huh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Ben is thinking about what else he can ask that could be good, like a good question, something.
Do you find trans women attractive?
Have I ever found a trans woman attractive? Yes, extremely. But I didn't realize she was transgender.
That's how they get you, Ben. That's how they get you. And then it's too late. You already paid for it, and they don't give the money back.
How do you feel about trans people who don't look so much like the gender they're going for?
Yeah, I would say that's a...
So I just say you get your money's worth out of it at that point.
Different thing. I see it as different because I think you're doing it different. If you're trying to pass, that's different.
Well, like I'm saying,
than, like, kind of
there's a
not
difference
trying to
between.
pass.
I don't think it's a matter of effort whether or not you pass.
Yeah,
Well, if you have a beard,
effort.
for example, you're not
That's
trying
effort.
to pass as a transgender woman, and it's relatively easy to shave.
Here we go. Like Ben is trying to ask some questions that's going to make them have some conflict. We're looking for some conflict. We're looking for a vein.
But I think a transgender woman who has a beard is doing something, but it's not trying to pass. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gross. Yeah, it's really gross.
I'm gonna go talk to every woman who has PCOS now, and they're gonna be really mad at you.
What's PCOS?
Am I? That's cute. Yeah.
When I first came on the internet, there was a transgender woman who I did not realize at all, and friends on Discord were showing me like, no, they're like, I was totally in the dark. But she told me she wasn't born a woman relatively early on. So I felt like that was, it wasn't like I was being led on.
Oh, that's very sexy.
Okay.
But I should have known because women, biological women, always play games. They don't just say, I want to have sex with you.
Is that like a pulpit in your house?
I'm a
Or is that
biological
thing that you preach from?
Yeah, no, it's a kneeler. Kneel down on.
Oh.
They don't even know. They don't even really know that's not even their house. I guess, technically speaking.
Okay. Can't remember words for things.
I'm a biological woman.
That's why people say cis and trans, because biological just means living.
It just means what?
So
It just means living, pretty much. And that's why, like, even referring to people, because like the Merriam-Webster dictionary even includes trans people in their definitions of male and female. So that's why people talk about sex assigned at birth now.
Yeah. Well, I guess the question is, did you accept your
sex assigned at birth? Which to me sounds so goofy. It's like, you can't tell what it is.
Did you accept it? Could you? Because it's not even a choice.
I see like a lot of sexy trans women on Reddit, and they write in their title, they're like, failed as a man, so I became a woman.
I've noticed among a lot of people that I interact, I tend to interact with guys on the right, like Gen Zers on the right. They are incredibly attracted to trans women, but they're negatively excited.
That tends to be the case. Nick Fuentes attracted to Catboy. Though I think just as gay.
You know what I mean? They're like,
remember what I said? Penis plus penis equals gay.
They just make a huge deal of it. I'm like, we're not even talking about that, but they're incredibly excited by trans women. Wouldn't you say Gen Z MAGA kids? Boys.
They're confused by them, yeah, but interested.
It's a generational thing.
Well, you don't forget about the zillennials. The micro. These are real things.
I can't believe you would use a made-up word right now.
No, it's not a made-up word.
Even that laughter, man.
A joke. All words are made up.
Oh, that's incorrect. I was born
Wait,
with LV.
there's a word that's not made up?
It's correct, yeah.
Wait a second. Would you say your sex assigned at birth or your gender assigned at birth?
Sex assigned at birth. Yeah, because on the birth certificate they'll mark male.
Ben's gonna have a problem with that. I hope he does. Come on, Ben. Come on, counter something. Come on, you're being too chummy with your new gay friends. Come on, give them a reality check.
Yeah, even if you're like visibly intersex.
Exactly.
I think the population of people who are intersex is currently known to equal the amount of people who populate Russia, and that's lowballing it because we check everyone.
They say that. They say that stuff, huh? Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, but there's intersex, and then there's like really intersex.
Like how it manifests will be different because there's like genetic intersex conditions and then like developmental and also
chromosomal,
like,
hormonal.
I'm
the intersex covers all of that pretty much.
Wait, I'm intersex. Oh, wait, I just admitted to having a micro penis. Oh.
So if you lose a half inch to an inch, it's getting close to being a clit. It's getting close to being just like a mega clit, not a micro penis.
Okay.
There's also that. Never mind.
I don't foresee this conversation going south. I don't like Ben has these new friends. When is he gonna burn the bridge? Like when is he gonna? No, I'm kind of curious about that.
It's easy, Molly, you've seen me on webcam though. I'm just scared that I'm gonna be ugly as a girl. I mean, if I'm not ugly as a guy, then I shouldn't be ugly.
I don't know. How do the AFAB people in your family look?
People, there's no fab. Oh god.
I said AFAB.
What is AFAB?
Assigned female at birth. My bad.
Oh.
AFAB is assigned female at birth. And then AFAB assigned male at birth.
Am I AFAB?
These new terms are ridiculous. They're just coming up with stuff now.
The doctor look at you and say, "Oh, it's not a penis."
Yes.
Okay, then you might be a fucking AFAB.
For people that are like, they're quick to call things a construct because they're just made up. they have no problem with making up new terms and more constructs for things that already had them, for things that are just not even needed.
Well, that's just a cis woman, right?
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you're cis, your internal identity matches your assigned gender at birth or assigned sex at birth.
Yeah, but AFAB doesn't mean cis.
Ben's
No,
daughter.
AFAB means assigned
No.
female at birth. So if you're AFAB and a woman, you're cis. Because cis means the same side of.
Yes.
If we root to the word, and then trans the other side of.
I don't even know what cis means. I think you just said it there. I wasn't listening. I don't care.
Even though I'm cute as a guy, I'm scared to take estrogen because, I mean, look, I've dressed up as a girl many times. I know I pass, but I'm still scared, because if I have a cute face, not a cute voice, and it doesn't match, then to me it's weird. But Molly, you know where I'm going with this. I'm a singer, so.
Do you want to pass?
I sing, I'm gonna sound like a dude, or I can just sound like a dude and look cute. Maybe it'll bother me, maybe it won't. Right now it bothers me, so I'm kind of like overthinking on that.
If you were taking the hormones, would you want to pass or would you not want to pass?
I will pass. Molly's seen me. You've seen me.
Would you be fine with like people calling you a girl and then you speak and they're like, oh, you're a dude?
Come on, Ben. Come on, make some tension. Make some conflict. Come on.
That doesn't bother me. I don't get butthurt like all these pussies. No, that doesn't bother me.
Well, what's your question for me?
If I was trans, it's a problem because I'm 6'8". So, I mean, that would be tough.
Doesn't mean gender, but I can see how a lot of people would think that.
Yeah.
I think I would make a good drag queen. I want to be a straight drag queen. Is that okay?
What would be your talent?
Drag just has to do with the clothes you're wearing.
What would be your
It's
talent?
just the transvestite business.
Oh, I can sing, I can dance, I can do comedy act.
Oh my god, I want to hear you sing.
No, I sing a lot on the internet.
Can you sing something, please? Can you sing? I'm a goofy
Sing us
goober.
a song.
Wise men say only food.
Here we go. Get ready, Mackenzie. Ben's gonna sing. I hear that's magic, huh?
Who's rushing, but I can't help falling in love with you.
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
have an idea.
But I think I should sing a woman's song.
I mean, it wasn't the worst thing I've heard. It wasn't.
Can I sing a woman's song if I'm in drag?
Am I allowed to comment or do I just cut my hand and say yippee, yippee, yoo-hoo?
Can you sing I'm a Goofy Goober by SpongeBob?
I'm not a millennial. I don't watch this one.
Oh, we got a new guy here.
Come on.
Yeah, there's a lot of words to that one. You kind of got to know it.
Okay, so when I say I'm a Goofy Goober, you say, yeah.
But he left.
I'm a Goofy Goober, rock!
Yeah. I don't know how it goes.
That's perfect.
You got a great singing voice, though. You got a great singing voice.
I didn't even do anything, though. Oh, wait, hold on. How's it go? Mommy don't know daddy's getting high at the body shop doing something unholy.
You know,
really know how to project.
They stay in here. Wait. They do eventually leave.
Ambidextrous?
Ambiguously sexual. What about a David Bowie song?
There's a star man.
I love David Bowie.
There's a star man waiting in the sky.
Okay.
Wait, since you're 53 years old, you know who James
Something does happen. They do eventually leave. So I wonder if they get into something.
Hi, fellow gay.
No,
James who?
Oh shit! I didn't look at the room name. Bro.
James Brown?
Wow, that's too bad. It's legally binding. You're gonna have to like.
That's wild.
Cornelius, let me suck your penis.
Oh, politics and religion. Oh, I thought I was in the actual politics server.
Oh no, not
you're in the homosexual.
not as
server.
such.
No, it's just that like I got a lot of friends on the other server. I don't want my street cred going down, bro. You know.
Well, you join equals you're gay.
It's not anything bad.
You can't pull out at this point. You're balls deep. You're balls deep in being gay.
You're gay now.
You're gay. It said join equals gay. You can't.
I don't know if this goes with my.
Better lean in at this point.
communism.
You better lean in at this point.
My or my animistic hermeticism.
Yeah, get the lube.
It's better to lean in. You already joined.
Lean in, lube it up.
I have a real topic.
No.
Does being a fan of Looney Tunes make you a furry?
Yes. Oh my god, I love Looney Tunes. How's the song
No.
go?
Right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, like,
The guy dipped on the furry question, especially the Looney Tunes thing. Anyone remember watching Space Jam, the original? Were you a kid? I'm assuming you were when you watched Space Jam. Lola Bunny. Moving on.
ADD. Someone had ADD back then.
Yeah.
oh my god, how's it go? Pokemon. I want to be the very best, and no one ever was. Oh my god, that's amazing.
You're a great singer. That's really, really good. I wouldn't take any hormones. You got a great voice.
I don't.
I can take
Hormones
hormones.
can't undo deep voice.
Hormones. Wouldn't they change your voice?
Is now a real test. Molly is my Pokemon.
That is really gay.
Yeah, I'm so fucking
No.
gay.
Once
So
testosterone
fucking
makes
gay,
vocal cords
Molly.
thicker, their space.
That doesn't sound very gay to me, honestly. It doesn't sound very feminine to me.
No, that's a masculine singing voice.
Yeah, that's very testosterone fueled, I would say.
I know, I'm sorry. So much testosterone.
It's not even like Sam Smith level.
Yeah, like what about Erasure? I tried to discover
was thinking
something a little sweeter. That's more, I would say, gay.
I know. How do I make it gayer?
Wait, the Zionist, do you listen
Give
to
a little respect.
I do listen to Aerosmith. You know, dream on, ah.
That's how it goes.
Ah.
That did seem like a gay rendition of
Dream on.
Dream on,
Dream on.
Sing women, sing for the year, sing for the laughter, sing for the tear, sing women just for today, never tomorrow. Good Lord, take you away.
Your voice is orgasmic. I love it. What about
It was actually flaking that.
That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad there.
Began to swing. You should have let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody knows Cell Black was dancing to the Jill Let's Rock.
Very sexual. You say you're asexual? Oh, that was Molly.
I'm on the spectrum.
I think you're quite sexual. That's like a yearning. That's eros. That's erotic energy. That's not like Pet Shop Boys, where it's like
petulant.
Yeah, West End Town, and it's very like distant and sort of autistic. What's their big song?
I bought you drinks, I bought you flowers. I read you books and talked for hours. Every day, so many drinks, such pretty flowers.
Yeah, no. I think I'm helping you to find your identity.
You sound a lot like that
It's not
guy.
asexual.
That guy that went viral on TikTok.
So Ben's getting very chummy. I know they leave this Discord. It's coming up. I don't know if they get into anything that caused them to have a rift. It doesn't seem very likely with how things are going.
You know that song, begging you.
If anything, it seems like
you sound a lot like that guy, Maniskin or whatever.
And the gay guys
Maniskin,
like
yes,
jizzed
cool.
themselves or something.
Okay. So, I'm begging you. So put your loving hand out, baby. I'm begging you. So put your loving hand out, darling. Friday night when I was king.
Yeah, that was like an exact match. That was very good.
So good.
Perfect.
No, I know. I'm
I almost got goose pimples.
Oh, I got a question.
Read those questions, you sexy fuck.
Did Israel pay for that esophagus, or wait, no, what is it? No, fuck.
That is not his vocal cords were promised to him 2,000 years ago.
Vocal cords.
Exactly, it was promised to me by the gods.
What are you?
By the gods? Aren't you Jewish?
Oh, okay. How did I nail that down like precisely? That's crazy.
You know the song "I Want to Be Your Slave"?
I wanna be your slave. I wanna be your master. Is that it?
Hey, what do you suggested there, buddy?
So obviously the guy's not Jewish. I don't see that. But is he pro-Israel? It looks like he is. Unless the flag is like ironic.
Brain always thinks gangster instead of master.
Oh, it goes like this though. I wanna be a slave, I wanna be a master. I wanna make it all be wrong like roller coasters. I wanna be a good boy, wanna be a gangster. Cause you could be the beauty and I could be the monster. I love you since this morning, not just for aesthetic. I wanna touch your body.
All right, that sounds good.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
How does your voice change like that? That's crazy.
Dude, yeah. That voice was good. Dude, okay. All right.
Easy.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
It's like it totally shifts.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you're reaching your other registers.
It's like you go from having one voice to the other. It's just like it's like it gives me a shock, whiplash every time I hear it. It's like anyways,
Ben, we're gonna take you. We're gonna bring you to fucking China, buddy. You better shut up.
Oh my god, wait, I can do it too. We need to build a wall.
We need to build a wall, a great fucking wall. You know, China, we talked to them. They already have a great wall.
Joe Biden, all you have to do is not touch
it. They already have a great wall.
Joe Biden, he could have finished the wall. He was weak. He was stupid. Okay.
Dude, that was perfect. That was perfect.
Okay.
Oh my god, I love it.
Don't disparage my president, please.
Oh my god, we should sing like a Disney song. Man out of you.
Mulan. I love Mulan.
Ah, Mulan is the shit. Oh my god. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they sell me daughters when I asked for sons? You're the saddest bunch I ever met. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Damn. Man, knowing all the words to Disney songs too. Wow. Why am I not surprised?
Baby, I'll make a man out of you.
Make a man out of you. Yeah, that's right. That's the only thing I know.
No, never mind. I got confused. I want to be where the people are. I want to see.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know the words of that song too. Or Let It Go. Man, my daughter would watch Frozen over and over and over again. That's all she would watch.
Want to see them dancing and walking along down those. What do they call them? Oh, streets.
Love it. I love it. Oh.
That's my. I'm running in.
You have the voice. Oh my god, you have the voice of an angel. That's amazing.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
Oh my god.
Oh man, Grace can vibe with gay dudes. She really can.
By Lady Gaga.
Feel bad because Ben was singing, and then all I said was, "Am I allowed to comment?"
Oh, you're not.
That was so rude.
But you are. Ben's comment is all that matters to me. Yes.
Like maybe Ben and Grace in this rebuilding period will build a new community of like gay dudes. And if they're yeah, I could see that happening.
RFK. I'm not doing my RFK impression. The Trump guy isn't even here. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing.
Oh my god, that's amazing. How about this though? I'm your biggest fan. I'll follow you until you love me. Paparazzi.
Man, good voice. Good
No, that was
voices
really good.
here. I don't
There's
see
like
how
an
they
angsty
leave.
Lady Gaga.
Let me get close to where they leave.
Fan, I'll follow
Here,
you
I'm gonna
until-
get in here.
So these guys will be like homophobic, and that would be you'd like that, right?
I do. I love the homophobes. They
Oh,
just
yeah.
the more they yell at me, the harder I get.
Well, that could work.
But why do they leave?
Does anyone like the Rascal Flatts? I love that. You know, Life is a Highway. It's a great song.
That's a good song.
I think they just does it actually just leave on its own? Like because they leave this Discord without any conflict? Well, that's kind of disappointing.
Wait, Molly, give me moderator so I can go on webcam. Show
Okay,
me.
I'm sorry. Holy shit.
Drag your mouse on the side chat. Put the little slash diagonal bar. Type mod, and then it's gonna show a bunch of stuff. Don't press the space bar. Then you just put the THE. My username should pop up, the Zionist. And then you press enter, and then it's gonna work. Yeah.
But don't you think Zionism is a kind of masculine,
Oh, maybe it's this. Let's get into Zionism.
masculinist ideology? It's like let's get the Jews to be like tough, not like scholars. No.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Yeah, isn't it amazing? Molly,
What's up?
I'm waiting.
Okay.
I know what you're doing, Molly. I know what you're doing.
Like Ben, I think has been trying to create some conflict, but it's just not happening.
What am I
The troll-
doing?
You're doing the trolling with me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think is he getting mad?
While you're standing there, I'm gonna go put on my bathing suit.
He's breathing heavily.
My bathing suit.
Like
I mean
quicker.
my bikini. I'm going to jump in my
What's going on here?
pool.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is he breathing faster?
Why the fuck did I put my bikini? That's the real question. I'm gonna go look for it.
Come on, Ben. What's happening? Now I know it's on 1.5 speed. Maybe that's why he's breathing so fast. Imagine the dead air here.
Dang, nobody's in the round table.
Ben, what are we about to do? You're not saying anything. He's just looking for another VC. So he's just going to leave like that. That is a lot of dead air. There's nothing. Why is it so quiet? Oh, he just left. Just like
I
that.
almost became a Catholic. I'm still considering it. Don't get me wrong.
All right, so
It's
Ben
just I
got
don't like
bored.
the Pope, and I didn't like the previous Pope.
Ben got bored of the gay stuff. Now we're doing church stuff. Wow, completely uneventful. Okay. So I guess Ben feels a little dirty. He needs to cleanse himself with some religious talk.
Yeah, I get you. So you were looking into Roman Catholicism, but you thought that the Pope was like something that's not like someone who's not admirable, and you said that was like the reason why you don't want to be Catholic.
Well, I'm not saying I don't want to be. What I'm saying is it's just kind of like
It's pushing you away. It's pushing you away.
What don't you like?
No
about the Pope?
etiquette either. Yeah, he just left. No goodbyes.
What don't you like about the Pope or the previous Pope?
They both suck.
In what way?
Anything beyond that?
It all has to do with my politics.
Well, what? So, in what way are you like? You have a problem with, like, say, Pope Francis? Politically.
Pope Francis, he's a bit of a mixed bag with me, but I primarily don't like him due to one specific little thing.
Go to confession, Ben.
What's that?
What was it?
Oh, that would be a doozy, huh?
You guys know about that? Like,
if he confesses everything.
Introduced for like youth clubs
You're
or
talking
something
about
like that.
You talking about Luce?
No, it looked like some anime character thing.
Yeah,
Like,
you're talking about
blue
Luce.
hair.
Yeah,
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, what's wrong with Luce?
Know who designed it?
I do know who designed it, but what is the relevance?
What does
Sorry,
art?
it might cut out. What happened?
Is great art dependent on the artist being a great person?
Are they talking about the anime weird thing that was promoted?
Pretty sure.
I do know who designed it. I do know what you're talking about, and I do know who designed it. But what does that have to do with the symbolism in the art?
Wait, hold on. For some context here, you guys might already know. Luce. Yeah, this girl right here. Apparently, the person who designed this is into, into gross stuff. This is the church's attempt to reach out to the kids.
Art itself, or the meaning of it.
I think we got something confused because I don't think we're talking about the right thing.
You're talking about Luce.
No.
You're talking about this little anime figure, Luce.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it because.
Search it up. Search up on Google. Luce. Right, Luce.
That is. I think that is what he's talking about.
Yeah. So the problem, I think, with some people who would like look at Luce and say that it's like a bad thing, because the person who made Luce is actually somebody who's LGBTQ, right? It was commissioned by someone who is LGBTQ, the kind of concept or the thought behind it. Now, mind you, this was just a drawing that he made. This wasn't the actual making of the doll, the manufacturing. This is just a concept. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, to say that there's something wrong with that, you'd be very disingenuous. But I'll give him some credence because, it seems weird. Like, it can be weird. Instead of
how's Ben gonna get into this?
I feel like a church is a church is a body that engages in every area of life, and it also tries to connect with every kind of people, right, including people who are gay, that they might be saved. Now, in terms of the polemic that, like, hey, the person who made this Luce thing was a gay person, that's not really a good argument not to be Catholic. I mean, there's, like, if you really want to, if like, this is too quick, but the Eastern Orthodox Church, they've married like gay couples together, right, and they've celebrated it. In fact, like celebrity couples even. But that's not, or like think of like the whorehouses in different places in Europe that are Eastern Orthodox ran, right? Like an Eastern Orthodox whorehouse. I mean, sure, there's like you can say these are scandalous, and they are, right? It is true they are scandalous, but it's not necessarily something that should deteriorate your want.
Yeah, that's what it seems. South to west, definitely drifts. Kind of like what's happening here. Ben waiting his turn, to chime in on a conversation about a cartoon mascot for, I guess, Catholics. Apparently, it was designed by a gay guy. Okay. I thought it was into other things. I thought the artist was.
Or, your inclination towards a church. Rather, you should be focusing on.
He
the
had made
faith
friends
and the morals.
And maybe he could have done something with his friends, like make more content out of them or something, or turn them into Thorpe regulars.
That church, professes, I guess. Let's call it.
But maybe if someone says, I don't want to be part of a church that would pay an artist who is gay to do art, which is not in any way promoting homosexual ideology, maybe they shouldn't become Catholic.
Well, yeah. I mean,
there's a lack of charity there. In my opinion, there's a lack of charity there.
Correct. I agree. You're right. Maybe you shouldn't become Catholic. If that's your reason, then please don't become Catholic, because Catholicism is for people who want to include everybody into the fold, who want people to assimilate with us, who want the betterment.
I can think of some other Catholics that would disagree with that. I mean, as far as the artist being gay and all that stuff.
Or that's the thing. Even in early
Juice, that's
and
true.
Church history in general.
Though, to the best of our knowledge, Ben doesn't have a degree in being gay, but he sure does like to talk a lot about gay stuff.
We would take the days of pagan celebrations, and we'd be like, guys, this is not for paganism anymore. We're going to use this days just as a means of assimilation. We are going to use these days, this art, this ceremony, or whatever it is. They would change it up a little bit to be like, this is for Jesus Christ now, right? So we're going to make you feel at home, not because this is the truth. Like Paul says, I come to the Jews as the Jew, not as though I am under the law, but that's so I might win people over, right? And we're kind of replicating this this kind of thought process here.
I would just ask someone like that, do you not listen
LGBTQ?
to
Okay.
musicians who are gay? There's tons of musicians who are gay. Do you turn the radio off?
Right, exactly.
I doubt it.
Or Paul, Paul is a great example, right? This guy killed Christians for a living, and then he was assimilated into the fold, right? Through some divine means, right? And the way was through a blindness, right? The way that God assimilates people into his fold, the way that God invites people onto his playground, his Father's playground, is he assimilates people into that fold, and he comes to them as a Jew. Jesus came to me as a man that I might come to him as his own, right? I might come to him as his son.
Spud, how's it
God
going,
doesn't
man?
come to me, wearing wearing a suit, all proper. He came to me as a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't come to me as somebody who is just damning me and when they were stoning the woman, right? Let the first of you who hasn't sinned cast the first stone.
Yeah,
right.
In many ways, Jesus would have been considered a liberal.
For sure.
Yeah, I could see that.
At his time, because he was talking to women, talking to prostitutes. He was not a conservative, really.
For sure.
The Pharisees were the conservatives.
For sure. Being a liberal is not the same thing as having some sort of political liberalism, right?
Yeah.
I in my heart, I'm a liberal.
Yeah, don't have a
because I want
disagreement
more
there.
of something. That's what being liberal. Whenever you go to the a pasta place and you say, "Hey, be liberal with it," you want more of that. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that Christianity.
I'm doing all right, Schizo. I'm doing all right, just chilling. Gotta play the rest of this, and maybe wrap up the stream with some more dog videos. Yeah.
One big part of the whole thing with the Gentiles is don't burden them. God does not want people burdened with anything more than they need to be. So let's be, that's very liberal, literally freeing of burdens. So that if the law is no longer necessary to follow, you can follow it, but don't burden Gentiles with it, because honestly, circumcising a grown man that's no small thing.
Okay.
Correct.
I mean, that's brutal.
And not to mention, it was fulfilled, right? The circumcision of the heart is what is important. It's a prelude.
Right.
Are you Catholic? Just wondering.
I'm Catholic, yeah. But you know, another thing I'm curious, AC. I'm relatively new to like Discord chats, and among Christians, I've had this question, and they think I'm trolling.
Here we go.
Catholics and Protestants, but I'm just genuinely wondering whether Catholics or Christians, the way they talk should be very different than the way other people talk. Whether it should be very different. Whether the way that Christians talk should be very different. Not what they're talking about or what the end of their conversations are, but that their language should be, I don't know what the word is, like polite or nice.
Cleaner.
Cleaner than other people's conversation. I genuinely...
I agree with that.
It should be cleaner?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Okay. All right. Ben's making a new friend.
Okay. But do you think that Christians should literally be physically cleaner than other people? Like wash more than other people?
Whoa, Ben. What about you? When was the last time you showered? I showered yesterday. Congrats, Mr. Deadman. We're happy. Yay. Chad, what do you think about that? I think regardless of your religion, you should be as clean as you can be. Okay? I don't care what you believe in, but please take a shower.
What? I mean, that I don't know if that has any. Yeah, I expect Christians to be like well presented, you know.
But more than other people?
No.
Okay, no. Okay, you don't think that Christians should walk differently than other people, right? Or build a house differently than other people?
No.
Okay, but they shouldn't use like the common language of other people because it's now common to use
curse words.
Okay, but you know,
derogatory language.
Okay, you say curse words, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you to name those words, but cursing is not what people are doing when they're using those words. They're not using speech to curse another person in the sense of witchcraft.
That's not what that.
It depends. Well, okay, all right. We're gonna get into this semantic argument. Okay.
It's cursing is a colloquial term, brother. It's not we're not literally saying I'm gonna curse you like
like casting spells. I'm gonna curse you by calling you bitch. I curse you. I cast a bitch spell on you. Okay.
Some kind of
but that's what it's derived
evil
from.
Spell.
That's what it's derived from.
Okay,
or swearing. Do you know where
there's
the
a
word
lot of things derived. Okay, burger is derived from a German term. So, but what relevance does that have colloquially?
Well, I'm saying you called it cursing. And no one is doing. Well, you admit no one is actually cursing anyone else.
No one's actually cursing anybody.
Okay.
No.
What about swearing?
Colloquially, we just say.
What about swearing?
Yeah, it's the same thing, bro. It's just saying that they're words that are derogatory. That's all that means colloquially.
Well, but they're not swearing. They're not swearing an oath, right?
So Ben, what is the proper term for this? Instead of calling them curse words or swear words. All right.
Word fallacy.
They're not swearing an oath, right?
I could go back to the roots of every single word in the English language, and it probably will mean something different, dude.
No. But you're talking about profanity or vulgarity, right? Which is like profanity would be things which are sacred being.
Yeah, like sex, right?
Yeah, but like let's say.
Okay, so the word fuck is a derogatory word for sexual intercourse.
It is. It's derogatory.
Yeah. Yes.
How is it derogatory?
In the eyes of it was made as a way to describe sexual intercourse in a way that isn't sacred.
Okay, but do you know that the so-called like derogatory words are just the Germanic words like cunt, fuck, and I'm not trying to be crass, but like those are just the Germanic words, and the Latin words were seen as more prestigious, like coitus, vagina, right? I mean that's just a cultural thing. It's
I don't understand your point, dude. If you're going to argue that most of society doesn't hold these words as like curse words or swear words, then you're an idiot. Most of
I mean, that's true. I mean, most of society does see them as like cuss words and swear words. They don't really care. And if you call them profanity, they know what you mean. If you say vulgarity, they still have an idea what you mean. Maybe if they know what that word is.
Of society in America holds those as curse words or
well,
swear
that's a
words.
misnomer to say they're curse words or swear words. It's a misnomer. They're not neither.
Hey, take it up with the rest of society, dude. Don't take it up with me, man.
Hey, stop calling me dude. Because see, now you're using.
Oh, whoa. I thought we were friendly.
Language in a way to be obnoxious, right?
What do you
I'm
mean?
not. You are. You're assuming a kind of familiarity.
Are you meaning like? Okay, are you trying to mean? So
see, that's what happened. Ben got chummy with the gays, He was looking for conflict. He couldn't get conflict with them. All right, now he's going to get the conflict here. Okay, that's what he's looking for.
I say fuck you in like a very derogatory way, that means I'm cursing you. But if I just say fuck you, dude, in a joking way, that's not bad at all, right?
Well, I mean, so I understand that in our language, that's like a dirty, like that's seen as like a taboo.
Trap you. That's a good question.
That's a taboo, right? But if a man tells his woman, like it tells his wife, that was a really good fuck, I'm not sure that that's a problem.
Well, I'm just trying to understand what you're saying, because I actually kind of agree with that sentiment to a degree. I'm not going to say like to my kid. I'm not going to go and use those words around my children.
Sure, of course.
But, I mean, I'd use that around my bros.
Why not? Why not? Why not? Because it's just a regular word that we use, right, Ben?
No. I mean, no. Yes, absolutely no. Around my kids, I do not cuss. I do not cuss at all. Because I think it sets an example. I try to set an example around my kids, which is why I tell them not to watch my streams. They should not. They ask what I stream. I say it's just drama stuff, and you shouldn't watch it. Your dad says some crazy stuff. Don't watch it. Maybe one day we will actually have to migrate to like watching cat videos and dog videos and stuff like that.
So well, it's why wouldn't you?
I'm just saying, why are you so angry? First of all, what are you so angry about?
I'm not angry.
Yes, you are.
Said I was
now
angry?
You're lying. Now
No,
you're
I'm not.
lying. You're angry. You sure you are?
You're a liar, which also means you're the son of Satan.
I'm not angry, bro. I promise I'm not angry.
Okay, well, you're being rude. You're using language to be rude.
I think you're just getting excited.
I don't know. Like,
I think I'm just direct, and you don't like it.
I think you're rude, but I'm happy to talk with you. I don't mind you being rude, but I'll push back a little bit. But I'm saying, I understand you don't want to refer to sexual things around children. Of course, that's inappropriate. But I'm not sure. But even that, like, the term sucks, right, which does refer to, like, fellatio, has become something, I think, because of The Simpsons, where, like, if a kid says, like, this food sucks, I don't think most parents would say that's inappropriate. Like, to another kid says, like, this sucks, or this game sucks.
My parents used to. When I was a kid, when I said, oh, this sucks, that sucks, my parents did not like hearing that at all.
It's because humans in America don't go back to the roots of every single English word and define it that way. We've colloquially redefined words. That's why it's the English language, dude. So you're trying to go back to the roots.
I don't know why you keep calling me dude. I'm not, like, why be so casual with me?
You must direct me as sir. Oh, why was Ben so much nicer to the gay dudes?
Why be so wow? Okay, sorry, sir.
Yeah, that's
sorry.
better.
How about that,
That's
sir?
better. Yeah,
all right, sir. Cool. I'll call you sir. So So that's what I'm saying, sir. Is we don't have.
But now you're
but now you're saying sir in a sarcastic way.
Saying it in an obnoxious way. So go back to dude. All right. So
all right, dude,
you can sit here and say, see, it's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it, right? So you can claim to be respectful and say, sir, like that. And you claim to be a Christian, right? You claim
he's gonna get kicked out. He's gonna get kicked out.
To be a Christian. You're an obnoxious human being. All right, well,
I'm not a Christian.
Okay, fine.
Okay, cool. So that didn't
and you're
work
just
out,
an obnoxious non-Christian.
Okay,
yeah.
It's
not a beef I have. I don't have a beef with you as a Christian. I just think you suck as a human being.
All right.
Okay. Well, go find another VC.
Right, that's fine. Can I just get my point out? So no one goes through the history.
Wow, they did not kick him out yet. I'm a little surprised.
Of a word, and then makes a determination based on the history of a word, because words and their meaning have changed.
Okay, well, how has that word changed its meaning? How has that word changed its meaning? What does it now mean?
So you brought up
what does it now mean?
What sucks? Like that word there, when you say, "Oh, this thing sucks," it means it sucks. It means it's shit. It means it's no good. It means that's what it means. Like,
what does everyone knows what the word suck means? What everyone knows what this word suck means, right? So
it's not fun.
What does it mean now? It hasn't changed its meaning. It's just that people don't connect
It's just less than ideal. That's what that means now. So if I say this sucks, it's not fun. It's less than ideal. I don't want to do it.
But kids still know what the word suck means. Like to suck my thumb still means to suck your thumb.
No, they don't. They don't know.
They don't know what the word suck means.
I understand what you're trying to make your point about. You said we as Christians should speak cleaner, or like.
I wonder how Ben feels about the word sick. Saying something is sick. You know, when you say, "Oh man, that thing is so sick," and you mean it like in a favorable way, you know, because obviously to be sick is not a good state of being. You don't want to be sick, you know. No one wants to be sick, but yet people will use the word sick to mean what? Oh, that thing's cool. You know, like words lose their meaning at times when they're used in these kind of weird ways. And that just is how it works. That's how language develops over time. Anyway.
Clean up our speech, correct?
Not me.
Maybe not verbatim what you said, but similar.
No,
So,
I think
we should.
I'm saying I don't know why there's this emphasis.
Like Ben seems to be lost in the idea that language changes over time. You know, the words that they used back then, we don't really use today the same way at all. In fact, the words we use today, they didn't even use back then. They didn't even exist back then.
This on cleanness.
Because Christianity and the moral principles within Christianity are designed in a way where it's separate from the world, because the world is seen as evil and wicked.
Okay, but right? Is that true about how you build a house? There's the way the world builds a house, and then there's the way Christians build a house?
No.
Okay.
No,
is it the way you walk? Is it the way you walk around?
No.
Okay, so this principle has to do with, but you could say a Christian walks in order to, like, out of love, right? He should be motivated out of love to meet a friend, to visit the poor, or whatever. But the walking is the same, right? The walking is not distinctively Christian. It's what the walking is about. So I don't understand why this.
The way I walk is definitely very Christian. I have a very Christian way of walking. I don't know about you guys.
Same thing doesn't apply with talking and speech. Well, it's pretty simple. I don't know why the speech is different, trolling? But the end. Oh, this is what happens with all Christians.
Okay, that was good.
Like your brain starts breaking here.
No.
I'm making simple points.
No,
I'm making simple points.
No, I'm genuinely.
The end of speech.
Someone else help me understand.
The end of speech should be Christian, out of love, building up the other, etc. But the means.
By the way, guys, how are you guys enjoying this stream? I know it's Monday. We're kind of covering this. It's kind of. I know the Thorps are kind of just sitting there, going through different VCs, you know, or working with what we have. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We're going to continue with the rest of the stream here, and we're good. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or want to talk about anything, you guys let me know in the chat, and we can do that as well, okay?
I don't see where it's any different than walking.
Yeah, south to west. Grace always seems very uninterested, right? You know what? She seems much more interested about the gay chat.
That's a simple point.
Someone help me understand.
So, for example, the
Praetorian, what is
let's
he
say
saying?
bullshit. Say the word bullshit. Okay. I understand, like, doesn't make sense in a court setting, a courtroom setting, like a formal setting, an educational setting. Okay, everyone understands that. But why is it wrong to say, like, this is bullshit, or like a Christian man to another Christian man, like this, whatever
Well, let me
someone's
ask you
trying
this.
to sell
Why
me?
is
This
it
is
wrong?
bullshit.
Why is it right? Hold on, I can answer that by saying this.
Yeah.
Why is it wrong in a formal education or court setting? Why is it wrong?
It's wrong because in those settings, there's a different standard.
Why?
Because in a courtroom setting, you use legal language that is appropriate to that setting, and the term bullshit is not. I mean, unless you're quoting someone saying, like, if someone's a witness and said, like, he said bullshit, there's no legal term bullshit. You would say, you know, improper something, blah blah blah.
Well, yeah, but there's also other. Okay, so why when you're presupposing that there's another standard different than the one in a legal setting, right?
Yeah, I mean, you also in a legal setting don't dress the same. You don't dress the same, right?
Yeah, you dress differently. Why?
Right, but that doesn't mean it's wrong to wear shorts and sandals.
No, but why? I'm asking why.
To show
Why can't I go in
respect. To
with
show
shorts
respect.
and
To show respect. Yes.
Right.
You wear formal
yeah.
clothing to show respect.
Right.
Yes.
So cool. Right. So as a society, we've decided that is the standard for respectful and formal settings, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Right. So then we speak in a cleaner way to show respect, but yet, like Ben gets lost in these words, like calling them swear words or cuss words when they're really vulgarity. You know, stuff. He's making it's like conflict out of nothing. It's just so dumb. You know, that's what it is. He's like just arguing just to argue.
Right. Okay. Cool. So we just do the exact same thing with your language.
Okay, but
like so.
But do we as a society say
you're playing the same standard? You're playing the same standard for language, but not dress.
No, let's do it for dress. Does that mean that Christians can't wear shorts and wear a bathing suit?
Well, not in a church. Like how do you dress when you go to church? Usually nice, right?
Going to the beach. Okay, so
they can wear shorts, bro.
Depending on the context. So there's nothing wrong with wearing shorts or wearing like workout wear if you're going to the gym.
Yeah.
Okay, so but why isn't that true of speech? Why isn't that true of speech? Why can't men?
It is.
Oh, okay. So
it's summertime. Grace should be on the beach, celebrating with her friends. There's a lot of things she could be doing right now, right? Does she even have friends, like real friends? I don't think so.
Is it perfectly fine for men to engage in locker room talk when they're in the locker room?
No.
Okay, so then it is different, right?
Because yeah, of course, dude. There's an external standard outside of colloquially what most of the world has deemed appropriate. Like locker room talk is a great example. There's an external standard that Christians have identified that they adhere to. That's why they're Christians and they have a different moral set.
Where is there anything? What is Christian about? What is wrong with locker room talk when you're with guys? Because the problem I have is that it's emasculating. No, it's not derogatory. It's not derogatory.
Yeah, it is. Listen, dude, if you're talking about a woman with your boys, oh, dude, that chick was such a MILF. I want to fuck the shit out of her. Like all that stuff. That's what locker room talk is. Oh, her pussy was so tight, right?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Yeah, no. You've never had locker room talk, then, dude. You've never had.
I mean, that is locker room talk, and that's also sometimes. Sounds like garage talk sometimes too. Hanging out with the guys in the garage, watching sports. I mean,
had locker room talk. Any dude who has
I've never had locker room talk.
No, not really. Not that gross though. I gotta add, not that gross. Because we're all married men, I think the most we would say is maybe be like, oh, man, yeah, that chick's pretty hot. Yeah. That's about it. No. There'd be a little bit more than that.
Okay. Through high school. Yeah, if you don't think that's a part of locker room talk,
it can be, and I agree with you. If it's
all the time it is, bro. It all the time is. But anyways, irrespective of that, you're talking about a woman in a way where it is not respectful. Because in the eyes of a Christian, wait, hold on. In the eyes of a Christian, a daughter of God is somebody that has inherent value and shouldn't be talked about that way. That's somebody's daughter.
Yeah, I mean, you could say like, well, that chick is hot. I don't see what the problem is with saying that.
That's not locker room talk, dude. You've never been in a
locker room talk to me.
Hold on. Is this an argument?
Like I said, just create conflict. Like now they're okay. All right.
Over principle or some sort of subjective morality?
It's all subjective.
It's teetering.
Christians don't believe in subjective morality.
If it's all subjective, then how can it be objective? Whoa.
I know, they're dumb for that.
But is that like a question of is this like a question of morality? Is what I'm saying. Like, are you?
I think this guy AC is saying like, yeah, we always have to adhere to a formal standard of conversation. And my problem with that is that in doing that,
he didn't say we have to. He's saying that's what Christians.
Well, okay, yeah, as Christians we should.
By the way, this stream was no liquor, no shots.
You can find somebody.
I'll chug the rest of this water here
all the time, but in their mind, there's that 1% of just pure evil that's in every person. That's undeniable. I mean, it's just a fact of life.
Yeah, but we're not discussing whether people make mistakes. We're just saying what their standard should be.
All right, I've got to go. Peace.
Wait, but the AC guy said he wasn't Christian, so why is he saying we're Christian?
No, AC is this guy.
Oh, there's the other guy? Okay.
Yeah, no, the Giga Chat guy said no. But what I'm saying is, why, let's say if you stub your toe and you go, shit, right? I understand that like excrement is, can be gross. If kids say poo 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 all the time, they're kind of losers. But like, I don't see where if you're around adults and you do that, like, I don't see where like as a Christian, you wouldn't, it's just a different exclamation of like something negative. Like, ouch. And I think it's emasculating to men to not be able to use saltier language than women. Because I do think in all cultures, men are rougher and talk a little rougher. And I don't think Christianity should be in the business of emasculating men.
What about the business of, well, we're talking about Catholics? What about the business of protecting the priests that like to prey on little boys? What about that? They seem to be in the business of that. So that was an easy go-to.
I mean, I totally agree with you.
But I think it has been in that business for some time, and I don't know why.
Well,
hey, it's the guy who said that. Oh, my bad. I was just wondering if the guy who said that Christians are stupid for having no subjective morality in their philosophy, is he still in here?
Wait, what?
No, I think that guy left.
Christians are stupid because
he
took off.
Yeah.
I wanted to argue with him. You know, as long if you take into account like a hierarchy of priorities, there is no subjective morality.
Right. I agree. You can't have a mix of objective and subjective morality. That doesn't make any sense. It's either objective or there's none really at all.
I don't think anybody said that in here.
No, there was a guy who said it, but he left.
I think someone asked the question: are you talking about subjective
me,
morality?
motherfucker?
Well, no, that was me. I just got confused. Like, if you were asking the question of making it like a question of morality or principle, I was just confused. But no, I understand.
What's the difference?
Well, the difference is like people can have different morality within principle.
Can you give me an example?
Different morality within principle.
So if I believe, okay, I mean, we could take Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men as a good example of he has no good morality, but his principle is based off ill will, bad morals. Like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and just kill you because you flipped wrong on the coin.
Oh, you mean like the code of the mafia, let's say? Would be.
Well, hey, man, he put it in God's hands.
Something dumb like that.
Okay.
But no, I just got confused for a moment what you were talking about.
Sure.
But no, I actually understand your point. I do agree with it. It's like, nobody's perfect, bro.
Now, I wonder if Ben's going to get kicked out of this VC. I don't think so, right? It seems like everyone right now is cool with him, but we'll see what happens.
Bro, as simple as that.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a question of perfection. I'm saying, should it be an ideal or should it not be an ideal for Christians to, like, avoid vulgar, which just means
he
common,
is McKenzie, absolutely
communication and
this is Ben's favorite favorite thing to do.
I think it depends on your lifestyle. Sorry to interrupt you, but let's take it like this: if you're a Christian man and you're fighting in a military, right?
Yeah,
you're going to be around the worst things in life. You're going to be killing people.
Right.
So now how do you make that into like a more of a retarded?
Hey, did you ever hear about the kind of shit those boys were finding in Iraq when they were chasing Saddam's sons around?
I mean, yeah.
The Giants?
Some fucking dudes going and I mean
the skull, like the bones of like giants and stuff.
There you go. I just swore, like locker room talk, but whatever.
I don't have a problem with that. In this situation, I don't think there's a problem with that.
Well,
you're not talking about having sex when you say like.
Exactly.
But some people I think get overuse it, just like it's just lazy to just F this, F that, effing. I think it can be lazy, but I don't really.
Kind of like a Kevin Smith movie, right? Like Clerks, stuff like that, where it's like F this, F that, F this. I get that, like where the F bomb is used so much, so often that it loses its impact, and it's just, come on, man, like, come on. Can you come up with another word? Is there something else you could say?
I don't
Yeah,
really.
there are people that use it as like a filler word, and
Yeah.
they have no.
Yeah,
meaning behind it.
filler word, absolutely.
But I would just say that's lazy speech if you're using
Yes.
too many profanities. But it could be like
Absolutely
someone saying,
agree on that
like,
one.
Like same kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to work on your vocabulary. It sounds better when you got like a varied usage of different.
Right, but there are times when
just gotta be funny.
And that's what I tell my kids about that. I'm like, hey, the reason why, like, going around and using those cuss words is a bad thing. It just becomes lazy. It's so lazy. There's other ways to say things without having to do that. And if anything, they're actually more effective.
When there are times when the F word comes in really handy, like if you want to let someone know that the situation is super serious, so you saying like, I'm going to fucking kill you if you don't put that down, right? Like, I think that can be useful.
Well, that's like the boy who cried wolf, right? Like if you say it all the time, then when you actually need it, it ain't going to be worth nothing.
True, but if you say it rarely, but then you say it, okay, you're letting people know, like, okay, this is kind of an extra situation. So I think it could be useful.
Like the concept, like, where, you know, if you know a guy who's like always real quiet and never says nothing, when they talk, people usually like listen, you know?
Yeah. For those in the chat, how often do you cuss? Like, how often do you use the F word? See, I just said it that way too. I don't even really cuss on stream much. Not really.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in.
I might say some kind of quasi borderline racist stuff every now and then. I'm just joking around, but I don't swear much at all or use vulgarities.
Interactions with cops. I can't remember whether they said like, I think they said once like, open the fucking door to me when I was behind a door. They didn't know if I had a weapon. It was a ridiculous situation, but like I broke the door to open it because, you know, I got the sense like they're saying like our weapons are drawn and like, you know, if we come in there, it's going to be very, very dangerous. So I appreciated that.
Yeah, why would they be coming in your house though?
They were actually breaking in,
running crack at doors out of your crib.
They were breaking into my RV. I was in the bathroom of my RV. It's a long story,
right.
But why the fuck were they coming into your RV? I'd have thought they lost.
Because you was cooking meth and shit.
Yeah, tell us the story, Ben. Tell your friends the story.
Because actually, they were coming into my RV because my daughter and I, who's here with me, we were at a campground and I had these people who were chasing, you know, it's a long story, but like they had lied to.
That was an awesome moment. That really was. Oh man, that was so good.
The campground told the police that we had a restraining order between us. And so instead of like asking what was going on, they brought canines, five police cars, a state trooper, and
drone.
What are those things called?
Drones?
Heat-seeking drone?
Drones. Right.
Yeah.
Say what? It must have been a slow fucking day in that county.
Yeah, they're real assholes. Sturbridge, Massachusetts. And I'm going to sue them for that because it was
the lawsuit that'll never happen.
Crazy. It was crazy. And it was all dismissed.
That's why you stay on your own property, though. You know what I mean? If you were on your own property, you could tell them to get fucked, go away.
I don't think they had any right to do what they did.
Wait a minute. Did the campground call them on you? Like who?
I guess so.
Hey, South to West. I see you in the chat. Better sue soon. Statute of limitations may expire. That was good. Oh man.
Yeah. I found out later that like trolls on the internet called the campground, but the police didn't check the restraining order, so they completely fucked up. But they would have. Oh, you don't think they would have smashed into a house based on probable cause or something like that? They would have. They're crazy when it comes to like domestic violence.
Somebody called the police and said some shit.
When it comes to domestic violence, any of you guys, when it comes to domestic violence, your rights go out the window from minute one. You are not.
Oh, dude, you know
you ain't lying.
Call me an absolute.
You're guilty until proven innocent.
Man,
it's like
he's making friends.
I'm an online troll. There was this guy I was messing with, and he was like he was a crackpot who'd like beat his cat. And me and a buddy, we started messing with him, and he's schizophrenic. But what he would do was he would literally burn his cat's face and say it was a satellite that was doing it. And so what we did was we ended up just calling like wellness checks to his house.
Yeah.
And we called a wellness check saying that we haven't heard from Tony in weeks. We heard that he's had a severe mold issue. Could you go check his house?
Right.
See if he's all right.
Right.
And I'm not even kidding. They literally broke his front door in.
Right. Yeah, we've been swatted before. I understand you did that for the right reasons, but people do it for the wrong reasons too.
Well, what I found really funny is, here's the thing. We did it to him 3 times, okay? The first time, they didn't even go in the door. They didn't knock. They just yelled at his house. And the reason we found this out is because this guy has a YouTube channel, Tony Chase. And he records everything. He uploads it to his channel. He uploads 15 videos a day. And so like Ring doorbell camera stuff. Thanks people are like coming to kill him and stuff. But
why couldn't you have
second
just taken
time-
those clips and gone and sent them to the local police and said, like, you should investigate? Wouldn't they have also done that?
Oh no, we did
For
but
animal cruelty?
Apparently, I mean, they apparently didn't care. They said it wasn't a pressing matter. Apparently,
Oh.
it is what it is.
It wasn't
I
a
mean,
dead cat carcass on the front porch.
But then I don't understand when they broke in. Oh, you mean they didn't then address the cat issue? You're just saying like you were doing like kind of vigilante justice?
Not even that. We were just
They
kind of
know.
messing with him, but we kind of saw the
They
video
know.
of him painting his cat's face, and that kind of motivated us to mess with him.
But did they do anything subsequently to save the cat? No.
Nope.
Oh. Well, so then it's
So
pointless.
the police, they know you could be lying if you're just calling it in.
Yeah.
But if you were like their girlfriend and you said like he just killed my cat or he's been eating my cat, cutting it, burning it, that'd be a different story.
Well,
Somebody
you're
else
trying to
did that.
use the police
Live
to
there.
enforce vigilante justice, which I think is wrong to do. But
Of course he does. Yeah.
I mean, technically, but remember, this
it's like
was
lynching,
a
kind
couple
of.
years ago. I didn't really care. It,
Yeah.
it was more just a troll at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to mess with the dude.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. It's just that if you take justice into your own hands, I mean, it's tricky.
I mean, that's the way it's got to be done these days, bro. The cops are busy.
Like, I mean, hey, there's sometimes when it can be legitimately justifiable. Like, if somebody breaks into your house to like rape and kill you, and you kill them.
If the justice
Well-
system is not addressing an issue, yeah, I do believe there are times.
Ex-
But it take
Yeah,
a high
if
standard.
the
It
justice
take a
system
pretty
isn't-
high standard.
I mean,
Because
it's like, okay, so here's a good example of like vigilante justice that's healthy. Because what I've noticed is there's typically two kinds of it. There's the unhealthy and the healthy.
yeah,
The healthy kind is like what people like Skeeter Gene do. Do you know who Skeeter Gene is on YouTube?
no.
Okay, so what he does is within all of his legal rights, he entraps pedophiles, he exposes them online,
Oh, Ben's gonna have a problem with this.
and then he hands them over to the police
Yeah.
with all the evidence.
Entrapment is
So-
illegal, though.
It's technically
For a cop, yes. For a cop, yes, it is. But the dude's not a cop.
well,
When the
I'm
police
using
do it.
I'm using entrapment as a figure of speech. Because
Oh.
It's like he lures them into a house to
Yeah.
then confront them on what they talked about in text. And
On some Chris Hansen shit.
Yeah, I think that's wrong.
I mean, yeah, he
I think that's
basically
wrong
does
to
what
do.
Chris
I think it's wrong to lure someone to do something that you don't know whether they do it other than you luring them.
well,
I mean, if I offered
luring as
a
in-
random person $2 million to kill someone, like I think a lot of people would take me up on the offer. That doesn't.
But the person took the bait because they were interested in doing it, right? Because they had the inclination, right? A fish takes the bait, takes the worm because it's hungry, wants to take that worm. A PDF file takes the bait because they want to act on it. Now, I guess the argument could be made, like, but would that situation present itself naturally? And with those things too, when you create those situations and you bait them, and then you reveal the whole time they're actually talking to an adult that was impersonating a minor, isn't it be like, but it wasn't a minor, it was just all fake. So you're gonna arrest them for engaging in a fake gay op sort of thing, like a gotcha. Okay. I mean, those videos are fun to watch because they kind of they expose people, yeah. But the whole like I don't even know what you would charge them with if they didn't actually commit a crime. Because what is the crime exactly? The intent? All right. I want to talk to some lawyer tube guys on that.
Mean that they should all go to jail.
That doesn't mean you're in the wrong.
I would tell you half up front, Ben.
Show me the money. Show me that bank account. I mean, I want to become a pedophile hunter on the internet. So I want to hunt pedophile hunters, which I think would be fun. By luring them into thinking they found a pedophile and then turning the tables on them.
You would have to do something illegal for them to fall for it, though.
I think they're dumber than you might think.
No, here's where a lot of the more sophisticated people get.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people who claim they hunt pedophiles and they're just idiots. You don't know shit.
A pedophile hunter at this point. A pedophile. What we mean is a child sex predator, not a pedophile.
Oh, I wonder if this topic, if it starts going south for him, as I know it looks like he leaves the Discord pretty soon. Okay.
But like a sex predator, a sexual predator, who actually fell for the, I'm 13, is that a problem? Like at this point would have to be so dumb, you know what I mean? That like the real ones are getting. You remember they used to have cops pose as prostitutes, but if you just used language like "do you want to party," stuff like that, they can't get you until they say $50 for a blowjob, right? So if you just know that and you don't go there, and this prostitute insists on that, this is probably a setup, so you go to another prostitute. So like this idea, I'm catching these, and when they do catch them, it's like these people are just sad losers. The real people abusing children are much more sophisticated. They're not doing any of this stuff.
I wouldn't go that far. Some of them might be, but no.
Well,
I mean, you're catching stupid pedophiles, which, like, and maybe.
Yeah, a pedophile's a pedophile.
Well, but a pedophile is someone who has the attraction. They may not take action until you lure them into it. Okay, but then that doesn't. How does society know whether they would have taken that action without you luring them into it? I don't know, and I don't really think you can ruin someone's life because of something that you think.
And okay, as much as I hate I hate to say this, but like I was saying earlier, they can present the bait, they can create a situation that's obviously going to entice them and they want to act on it and all that stuff. But how likely is that situation to present itself naturally? It's pretty disgusting stuff. I think if there is a way to quarantine is the word I'm looking for. Quarantine PDF files. That would be a good thing. But anyway,
I think they might do, because all of us might do something in certain. I would certainly do things in certain circumstances that I don't.
Argument against it.
Wouldn't
So,
otherwise
for
do.
example, if I go to a 13-year-old's house with a conversation that's sexually charged, I'm going there more than likely with the intent to carry out that action, even if I didn't say it.
Initiate sexual conduct.
Even if I did not say it, okay, like on a text.
Yeah. Well, but if the other person is kind of like sexualizing it, then I don't know. I mean,
and the person who's getting charged can go battle that in court, but it's very suspicious. Why would you show up to a minor's house to begin with?
Why would someone spend a lot of
right? Why would a grown adult be there?
Time trying to lure someone into that? Why not become a police officer if you want justice?
There are
But why?
people that go ahead and do it it's an act of preventionism. And preventionism is a double-edged sword.
Why aren't you going around catching people littering?
I guess it has
Well, one can argue one does definitely more harm to society. I mean, what? No, they should go around and capture the people who are shitting in the streets and move them. Oh, but like, right?
Why aren't you going around like catching people littering from their cars?
I'd be busy.
I mean, when I spent 12 days in jail, I remember saying, like, on the third day, because I smoke and I love to drink a cup of coffee. If someone had said, like, okay, if you suck my dick, I'll get you a cigarette and a cup of coffee, I might have. I don't think so, but I might have been. Okay, but then if I was exposed as being gay, that's not really fair. That's not really fair because.
I'll tell you what, though. You're a joke. But if you were a heroin addict, that shit might get real fast.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, hey, people will murder you for $5 where I live.
Where does he live?
They do crazy.
I don't know about $5, but
no, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. There have been
Grace looks so tired.
Too many cases like crack.
Give me someone's. I have a few people that I could spend $5 a few times over from the people in my life. So hit me up with their DMs.
Man, I've been talking to you for 6 months. We thought, well, I'm
these people can even afford to get a state-owned phone. They're that bad.
Hey, Mackenzie, they're talking about you in their chat. Sounds like mean things.
So until they do, I think until someone does something, you shouldn't be running around trying to get them to do something so you can catch them doing it. Especially when what you're doing is actually engaging in sexual activity. You are actually pretending to be a kid who wants to have sex with an adult, which is weird because that seems like if you're doing it for free is like a kink for you.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting take on that. Okay, the guys doing the trapping, they have to role play as a minor to trick the adult, right? So, what's that there? Are they not engaging in some sort of weird fetish thing?
Where the pedophilia ends and the...
Wait, think about it this way, though. Would it be moral to have a woman act sexually around married men and try to lure them into having an affair with her and then expose them to their wife? Would that be moral to do? Isn't it the same thing?
Yeah, that'd be a fucking bitch. That'd be a fucking bitch. But like, what? A fucking homebreaker, dude. Homewrecker. Why?
If you had like an
I wouldn't say that's justice.
I would
you could
say
say,
that's
hey, I'm
horrible.
trying to show these women that these men are whatever, right?
Yeah. That's not justice either. That is creating a situation that wasn't even there. Yeah, okay. Wow. Yeah.
Well, like, like if you had a YouTube channel.
It's the same thing. It's the same concept. It's just a different tone. And
Well, I think that's horrible, though.
But if you catch a man,
I had something like that happen to me before. I wasn't married. I had a girlfriend. She like put one of her friends who was in one of my classes up to like trying to seduce me while she was like neglecting me. And it's like, bitch, if you're gonna be neglectful and this chick is gonna show me some positive attention on a seductive level, I might stray, and that's your fucking fault.
and if you know what you should do in that case is you do a great job with the new one, and then you go, sorry, bitch, I don't even care. Leave a smile on her face.
I know we're with her, but
do it.
That was back in the days of
Do it at the same time.
Instant Messenger.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, you want to be all fucking seductive with me? Show me your tits. And then she shut down. So I was like, all right, well, then you ain't serious. I think my girlfriend, or my dating coach, or whoever she was, it don't really count. But, yeah, like after that.
Okay, they just leave. They don't have a falling out with their new gay friends. Okay.
She was like really just like withholding.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Are we wrapping the stream? I think I'd love to take a break. Yeah, I'd like to take a break. Yeah, okay. I'll meet you out there. 2 seconds. Holy shit, I just got a wave of exhaustion.
From just sitting there, not talking. I did more talking than Grace did. Here we go, dog cams. Look at that dog. Look at that dog. This is where we're at now. Now this is the content. Look at those dogs, man. That's way too many. Man, my parents have a dog that loves to swim. Loves to swim, okay? Everyone swimming with the dog? Oh man, it's fun. Dude, that's what's great about dogs, man. They're like they'll like do anything, man. You know, they'll be your buddy. They'll go wherever, you know. In your house. They'll walk them on the sidewalk, you know, in the neighborhood. They'll even go into a pool. The cat's not going to do that. Take a cat to the pool? No. No, you're not doing that. Taking dogs. That's what you're doing. Absolutely. What do you guys think of these dogs here? They call this dog Daycare TV, entertainment for dogs, videos for dogs to watch to prevent boredom and anxiety. Let's hear the music. Oh, it's not even music. Oh, man. They're just barking. Oh, that's so adorable, man. Oh, this is great. This is great. Go get him, dog. Oh, these dogs are having a great time. And they're all like, there's like different breeds going on here too. And they're all getting along. Uh-oh. Wait. We got a problem. Oh, now this is good. Okay. All right. I think ooh. All right. Man, honestly, I could probably watch this all day. Alright, he got that thing. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's some competition there. Got to race for it. Yeah. That's what they're waiting for. Oh, the UFO toy. All right. Now, that's a fun time. Oh, come on. Don't tease him. Don't tease him. Ooh, yeah. Cool. Oh, that dude has a cool job, man. I bet that dude gets... that dude has to be married already. He has to be. There's no way he wouldn't be. With a job like this, around all those dogs, man.
Oh boy, mate. Get up there, buddy.
Is he Australian?
Yep.
All right. Well, I think I'll wrap up the stream here. This was a good stream, I thought anyway. We talked about the Thorps for a bit. Then we started dog watching. Oh yeah, talk to Dalmatian Dog. All right, so for those watching now, thanks for hanging out. And have a good one.